Hello, a very good morning. Welcome to the Morning Focus. It's always a wonderful time to be with you. And I want to thank all of you for keeping your channel on MBN TV, your mega broadcasting network. And we are grateful for having you join us this morning, the 8th day of June 2026. Good morning, Ghana, and good morning, the rest of the world. Welcome to another edition of the Morning Focus, your trusted platform for informed conversation, national reflection, and practical solutions to the issues shaping our life. Today, our focus is on finance, from personal budgeting and national development priorities are some of the things we'll be looking at this morning. Also be turning our attention to have a conversation with our man Otin this morning. Otin will be with us this morning as we sojourn for God and for country. That is what we're doing. We have a conversation with Otin later on the show. Remember our numbers. You can also join us by way of text and comment. It's on the stream. We also live across our social media handles on MBN 360. MBN 360 is the numbers. You can also join us this morning. We are grateful for you choosing to be with us, and it's a delight to be with you every day, Monday through to Friday. And I want to say thank you for choosing us and also being a contributor. Remember, you can also send your messages with us on 0537158638 via WhatsApp or SMS. Yes. So it doesn't matter the phone you are using. You can always be part of us. And I'm proud to say I love you all for being part of us this morning. We'll be going to our main scripture reading for the morning in a short while, brought to you in association with the Maranatha Power Ministry International, where we run from now till exactly at 10:30 a.m., where we'll leave the saddle and then come back. We'll have a lot of sit down with our front burner question, our program on the morning. We bring you the latest news updates, where we look at all the newspaper headlines, sports highlights. Remember, we brought you the update from the Sporting Front. We'll be examining the persistent flooding situation in Accra and ask whether Ghana urban planning and drainage policies are failing the nation. We will also discuss whether Ghana's healthcare system is adequately protecting front-line workers. You remember what is happening. Recently, we had issues that happened at Rage. It's like every year we have something that has to do with our frontline workers when it comes to health. Our front burner, should Ghana introduce a stricter punishment for illegal building and construction violation? You had the Vice President, Professor Jinana Opoku Ajiman, on the Aveno collapse. Previously, we had, just before we went for the weekend, there was a collapse of the building. Then, over the weekend again, we had another collapse coming in. And that is what we are looking at to say what is really going on. We'll later on be joined by Abnabio of Eduheba, and then later we'll be talking to Otinga Mwakun, who takes us through Budget 101, how to make every cedi count, offering practical financial tips for everyday living. And also we'll bring you the major news headlines, our daily scripture, the African proverbs of the day, and opportunities throughout the show for you to share your thoughts with us via a WhatsApp. Stay with us for engaging information. I am El Samuels. Later on, I'll be joined by my other colleagues. And together with the team, we're glad you are with us. And we are grateful for choosing us. And we are grateful for having us. And we are grateful for being part of us. That is always refreshing. Now we go to our main scripture reading for this morning, brought to you in association with the Maranatha Power Ministry International here in Nwa Adugono. Remember, today is Monday. Tomorrow is Tuesday. I'll be telling you about our programming. I'll be telling you about the importance of living with godly courage. Something that we'll be discussing this morning, brought to you in association with the Maranatha Power Ministry International, located in Nwa Adugono. Don't forget, the Days of Elijah is coming on, a prayer section on the 22nd right down to the 8th of June. And the 30th anniversary is also around. You can see my Jack here celebrating 30th anniversary to tell you it's 30th anniversary. Great. Also coming up. So that's just to inform you, to be part of the 30th anniversary celebration of the Maranatha Power Ministry International. We'll be talking shortly. We'll be telling you what to roll out for. Now, for starters, let's go straight away to look at one of the things that has really mapped up for us this morning. That has to do with the book of Joshua. It says, Joshua chapter 1, verse 9 reminds us that courage is not rooted in our ability, resources, or circumstances. Courage is rooted in the presence of God. The command, be strong and courageous, was given to Joshua at the time of uncertainty, responsibility, and great challenge. God did not promise an easy journey. He promised his presence. So it's important for us to always have the presence of God with us. I mean, this morning we're looking at the subject, living with godly courage. Living with godly courage. In the book of Joshua, the chapter 1, verse 9, the Bible says, have I not commanded you? Be strong and of good courage. Do not be afraid, nor be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. For the Lord your God is with you. Amen. So this scripture reminds us that courage is not rooted in our ability, resources, or circumstances. Courage is rooted in the presence of God. The word be strong and courageous was given to Joshua at a time of uncertainty, and was given to him responsibility, the great challenge that lies ahead of him. But God did not promise that the journey is going to be easy. He promised his presence. You know, many people wait for the fear to disappear before taking action. However, biblical courage means moving forward despite fear, because we trust that God is with us. Emmanuel, the Lord is with us. Courage grows when faith becomes greater than fear. You need to feed your faith so you can deal with the fear and the doubt. It is a chosen obedience to trust in the Lord when the path is unclear, standing for what it is right. I mean, you always stand for what is right when it is unpopular. Believing God's promises when circumstances suggest otherwise. The greatest battle we face are often internal: fear, doubt, anxiety, and discouragement. Yet God's assurance remains the same today. I am with you wherever you go. His presence provides strength for every challenge. The presence of God provides strength for every challenge, wisdom for every decision, and peace for every storm. Today, I encourage you, don't allow fear to determine your future. Step into the day with confidence, knowing that God is with you. God has already gone ahead of you. The God who called you is faithful. His grace is sufficient for every assignment before you. So this morning, I encourage you, Godly courage is not confident in yourself. It is confident in God's presence, power, and also what? Promises. And today I want you to declare this and say, today I will not be ruled by fear. I will walk by faith, stand with courage, trust God in every situation, knowing that He is with me everywhere I go. Amen. And that's our declaration for this morning. And I want to say thank you for staying with us. A big thank go to the Maranatha Power Ministry International, supporting us this morning to come your way with a morning scripture reading. Tomorrow is Tuesday. There'll be moment of miracle. Exactly 10 a.m. Don't miss it for nothing. That's awesome time to be with God, to pray throughout the week, to pray for open heaven, to pray for deliverance. There'll be testimonies, there'll be encounters with God, there'll be deliverance, we'll worship, we'll praise. You know, when you pray, you are sowing a seed. But when you praise, you're bringing out the harvest. So come, let's praise, let's worship, and hear the word of God. And it's 10 a.m. every Tuesday, the church auditorium behind the Lekma Polyclinic here in Nwa Adogono. That is a place to be every Tuesday. And don't forget to clock it on your diaries, to clock it on your journals, to make sure that you set it as an alarm to join us exactly 10 a.m. tomorrow, Tuesday, for the moment of miracle. Thanks for staying with us. It's now time to move on straight to the African proverb for this morning. African proverbs for this morning. What is on the proverb? There's a lot of things happening. I want to look at it. Also, don't forget today we'll be talking to Nana Hima to bring us update on the happenings around the flooding area in Tema and its environs. We know there's so much going on there. There's so much going on in Tema, the Klagon area flooding. We see bodies floating on the waters. It's really, really sad time for us as a nation, because some few people decided that they will build on waterway. Some few people decided as authority they will not monitor what is going on. Some few people decided that they go to the office, they will check the kind of material that is being used for our buildings, and we get in building collapses. It's a sad story this morning. We'll be going to her, we'll be joining her as a deputy director, technical, to speak with us on that score as well. But let's do African proverbs for this morning, which is that the sun never forgets a village just because it is small. The sun never forgets a village because it is small. This African proverb provides us that significance is not determined by size, status, or popularity. Just as the sun shines on every village, large or small, life opportunities, blessings, and purpose are not reserved only for those who appear important in the eyes of the world. Many people feel overlooked because of their background, limited resources, or humble beginnings. Yet history repeatedly shows that great leaders, innovators, and change makers often emerge from the most unlikely places. What matters is not where you start, but how faithful you use what has been entrusted to you. How faithful you use what has been entrusted to you. The proverb also teaches us not to underestimate others. Every person, community, and contribution has value. A small act of kindness can change a life. A small idea can become a great movement. A small village can produce a leader who imparts the nation. If you feel unseen today, Remember that your value is not measured by public recognition. Your efforts, sacrifices, and dreams matter. Just as the sun faithfully reaches every corner of the earth, opportunities and purpose can be found wherever you are. This morning, I leave you with this lesson. Never despise small beginnings. Greatness is not about visibility. It is about purpose, consistency, and impact. As I never despise small beginnings. Greatness is not about visibility. It is all about purpose, consistency, and impact. I hope that this will be a great lesson for you. The sun shines on every village. The same way God's grace, favor, and purpose can reach you wherever you are, regardless of how small or insignificant you may be or you may feel. And that's African Proverbs for this morning. Come to you from the NBN Proverbs Center, taking us through to another level, bringing you more insight on what you expect this morning. We have lots packed for you, and then we're going to look at other areas of our conversation this morning. Please stay with us and don't go away. There's a lot coming up. We'll be showing you some of the issues happening in the Tema and its enclaves before Nana Hima joins us. The conversation, our first major conversation this morning, will be centered on those areas where we go to Tema. We'll be going to the DC area. We'll look at what is happening in all those areas in Tema. So we'll bring you up to speed with the happening. There's a building collapse at Aveno. We saw it in the news this morning. We saw what the Vice President, Professor Nanaji Opoku-Agyeman, also said regarding this flooding issues, the building collapse, standards that we're not setting as a people. It's becoming sad of late. Buildings are collapsing. People are losing their lives. Yesterday, 2 people lost their lives, 3 in a critical conditions. Let's pray for a speedy recovery of those people as well. So we'll bring you those insights. We'll be going trekking to Tema, and then we'll be talking to Nana Hima. Once we show you those videos as well, we'll bring you up to speed to that as well, and then you can have your input on that score as well. So the numbers you can join us is 0537 158638, 0537 158638. How do you feel about the issues surrounding our flooding? And now it has moved from flooding. We are not just getting the floods, but rather we are getting buildings that keep collapsing one way or the other. One way or the other, the building keep collapsing one way or the other, and that is also another issue that is eating us up as a people. We're turning our attention to that stories as well, and then we'll be back in studio, and then we'll talk to Nana Hima when she's ready to speak with us in a short while. But you can also give us your input. How is the flood situation in your area as well? On the numbers on the screen when you call us, and make sure you turn down the volume of your TV set so we don't get a feedback. We can have conversation on the TV, on your phone, rather than having conversation on the TV. 0537 158638 is the numbers you can have that conversation with us this morning, and we'll be glad to receive your input as to what should be the way forward, what stricter measures to our leadership put in place. If you listen to the vice president, she spoke with some kind of she's not a happy person, and that's the situation. She's never a happy person, and that tells you what is really happening. And here on the screen you see NADMO all over the place in Tema. The rains will not stop, but more rains are coming in. Like I said, we'll be talking to the deputy technical director of NADMO and the person of Nana very shortly. But I've been joined in studio by my colleague Diana Mamle Sakite is here with me this morning. Diana, very good morning.
Good morning, El.
And welcome.
Thank you.
I hope your weekend was good.
Yeah, it was okay.
Right, we thank God for life this morning. And we're looking at the flood situations across the country. Not parts of the Greater Accra, it's not parts of the Greater Accra, where the floods see human people losing their life. The floating, I saw one around the Klagon under bridge area. Because of the level of the flood, they couldn't pick the body. The body is discomposed. One that came in, so as to whether the body is in the Klagon area, no, but it seemed it was awash to the area and it's already decomposed. The other one, they couldn't pick it as a yes for the past 3 days. Been hanging there because of the water levels, so they couldn't go. I wonder if today will be possible, because as at Saturday, when the Willow may have to pour libation for them to pick the body, it was late, around 8 something, so they couldn't do it. They have to do it the next day, which was yesterday, and the rain setting again from the dawn till later in the afternoon. So the situation is becoming dire now, and it's and as to if all of that will
with and see that every year people lose their lives and properties and things through flooding, I don't think that's the best. However, like the Interior Minister said, that 16 unsafe buildings to be demolished. When we look at these buildings being demolished, does it provide answer to the flooding situation? If it does, fine. If it doesn't, then let's look at it the long term. Let's find a lasting solution to it. It's rather pathetic that we are experiencing building collapsing on people. We are experiencing floods washing away people's properties and destroying people's homes. The worst of it is floods carrying people away and killing people. That's the worst of it. And so I think that leadership together with the citizenry, we should find a lasting solution to this problem. If people are building on waterways, what is the solution? Because we have the assembly, and I don't know how a whole municipal assembly will be there and a building will be erected at an unapproved area, and then when it's getting close to raining season and it starts getting flooded, we go there and say that we are pulling the buildings down. I believe the building wasn't erected in a day. It took time. So what was done about it? This conversation, we've had it time and over, but it looks like we keep going back to the same issues. Just Spintex here, around the Techi Plaza. It was the streets. This is not even people's homes, my brother. The streets
was flooded.
The cars had to stop.
And there's one
for a while, because the moment you realize where you are is safe, you have to stop. And for how long are we going to see this? For how long are we going to experience this? People in their vehicles are not safe. People walking by the roadside trying to find a place to stand, or a safe place while the rain stops, are not safe. Rain is washing people away. We are seeing dead bodies. We should find a lasting solution to it.
What's to find a lasting solution to this? I think it's all boiled down to leadership. It's also boiled down to sisters being in discipline. It's boiled down to those in our various institutions who are mandated to make sure that the right things are done are also not doing what they are supposed to do. That has brought us to this level, and it's very sad that prior to this rain, which we've not even got into July, we are in June.
The first week in June.
First week in June, and we've already experiencing this
level of
floods. So it tells you by the time we go into July, August, then we are in big trouble. In the sense that I remember vividly, like I said, we intentionally for a whole month spoke about flooding. How prepared are we? Almost every week we had NADMO talking to us. Citizens are saying that now you get to listen to the president. When you distill the gutters, people throw debris into it. You ask yourself, what is wrong with our psychic? It means that we've not learned anything after we lost about 150 people on the 10th June disaster.
It's strange that you find people living in areas they know. They are aware. You remember we had an interview with some people, and they are like, we know this place will get flooded, so we are moving our things. When the rains are over, then we come back.
And that is where the sadness is. So in the first place, why go into a property where you know that the place is not safe? Why would you want to go rent?
So in the process of moving your things, it starts raining, carries you away, then it becomes a national problem.
Then we need to look for money for you. We need to look for
then it becomes a national problem. But this is not supposed to be. See, even in the Western areas, well-developed countries, they experience flood.
Sure.
You get it. So these are natural disasters.
They experience a lot of natural disasters.
Yes. These are natural disasters.
But this one
but
is
this
the
kind of, yes.
We have created.
We don't have proper drainage. Yesterday I was coming to church, my brother. It was serious. It took me about almost 30-40 minutes to get to the church.
Just coming to the church from this
yes. Because the driver was being careful. It was raining heavily. He was being careful. I used Breda Estate, and there's this building. In front of the building, there's a drainage, there's a gutter. And the filth in the gutter was so much that you realize that to a point, it's just filth. So I was asking myself, is it that people around having to notice to clear the drainage, the gutter, so that when it rains, the water can flow freely? Or because it's not entering their homes, they feel they are safe? Till it gets to a point where now the gutters are so filled, and now the water have to enter people's homes. Then you realize that people will start calling on leaders, and
no, but the point is that you remember we asked, what are you also doing to safeguard? I mean, your own safety. You don't wait for somebody to give you safety. Your own safety is as important as you. Wherever you are, the safety surrounding you should be paramount to you. It should be your top priority for your own safety, for your sake. Anything, because it's like we are losing something that it has to be somebody who has to give us that safety net, which doesn't really work. Yesterday the sad thing was that after I left the church premises, then I have to get to Community 5 just to check where they are keeping people who have been evacuated from their home. A place. Now the place where they have placed them is flooded. So I was asking myself, where is a safe haven they're giving them now? Why should
we have safe havens for these people?
That's what I'm saying. So we keep doing this every year, as if say, sebi.
And you know, Lakeside Pradenye.
Yes.
Lakeside.
You know, yesterday I have to go round.
You know, there are areas in Accra where there's not supposed to be buildings.
No, you see, if you look at the site in Accra, via the satellite there, you see that because we are seated beneath the mountain and on the Atlantic, the water finds its way from the mountain go to the Atlantic. That is why God, in His own wisdom, created a lot of low plain areas in Accra, gave us lagoons, and because all the other rivers that flows into the Atlantic passes through Accra. So why do we have to put things on those walls?
And you see, when they come down, they use these lagoons and things, proper drainage, enter into the sea.
Drainage that was created by Osaji for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah layout, we've not been able to, number one, open it up. We've not been able to maintain it. And we are creating drainage that they are like this. They are not covered.
Yeah.
We have choked it. We don't clean them up. So the water hits the plastic things and the debris we've put in there and overflows onto the street. We are not having modern streets that have drainage converts in on the street, that we have storm drain beneath the street, so that in case it rains, it goes down into the drain stop and then channels its way into the sea or to the Ramsar site where birds and habitats uses. Because those things were created by God in His own wisdom. When all these rains and the waters are coming, they have to find their way to these areas. Now, areas that we're not supposed to even put concrete, with asphalt, all those
talking
areas.
Talking about concrete, have you seen the patient? They are filling the place and building a beach. Have you seen that beach? I don't want to. Yeah, they are filling it. They are filling it, and it's close to the sea.
That is it. It is sad.
They are filling the patient gradually, and then one day it will get flooded. The sea will come and wash this boat. I'm not saying that is what's going to happen, but I'm playing the devil's advocate.
No, but the point is that
if it happens,
not that if it happens, it's something that will happen. We have sold all we have sold all the Ramsar site. There was a Ramsar site I knew around Teshi that was filled, was covered, but the smartest thing those people did was to create storm drain beneath it before they concretized. So the water will seep in, find its way into the sea. Do you have
my
that
question is, the Ramsar sites, who sold the
That is a question. Because our leaders are not helping us. Our community opinion leaders are not helping us. We have said this time and time again. Look, there's a video I took yesterday, floating human being. I can show it on the screen, but I felt so sad. I went home. After 2 a.m., I was still walking around to see how are people surviving the night. 2 a.m. I said, how are people surviving? And you see people coil themselves because they don't have a place to sleep.
Yeah.
And they are at the other side. They can't come this way because there's no boats to pick them. How do we live in a city that we need a boat to pick you up?
Right now, the way the flood is happening, people around us, you see the video you just showed where the houses are submerged in water. The only thing they can get right now to move up and down is a jet ski. So that they can move up and down, because at this point, what can we do for you? We are not making fun of it, but you see, the strange thing is that some areas haven't really experienced this.
No.
This is the first time some people are experiencing this level of
like Tema Community 5. Why are they experiencing it? Community 19.
Because some places have been blocked.
So the water.
So now you experience it.
Now, Tema was. I mean, you can hear Tema flood, or a well-planned community that suddenly. That is where my fear is now. So if places that were not flood-prone area and now coming, then we should be. We are still at a time bomb. Now, another thing that is happening with this flooding is a collapse of building. Look at what happened at Aveno. The previous week, we lost one person, a mother.
Is it the Adenta one?
The Adenta one, we lost a mother. Yesterday, we lost 2 people, 3 serious critical injured. Now, you go to the site and ask yourself.
So when people are building, who checks the kind of materials they use to build?
No, we have a department in every assembly that is supposed to even check. The survey department, the urban planner was able to check and tell us, you don't site building here. You have to do this. If you are doing a building, who go to inspect the materials?
Yesterday, I saw few people saying that they have seen the building being put up for sale a few months ago.
And according to someone I spoke with, a concrete slab, when it started raining, came off. And I said, so when you saw the concrete slab, he said he was passing this because he was trying to get a cover. He was going there, and he saw a concrete slab came down. So he has to move away from there. He didn't know people working there.
Tomorrow too, it was Sunday.
This was a Sunday.
Yesterday was Sunday.
Yeah. And the whole building came off. Came off, people got trapped in. Luckily,
I can imagine how...
Luckily, 3 were rescued.
2
lost their life. Now, it has gone from 1 to 2. You may not know which building next.
My question is that we have authorities in charge of making sure buildings are checked, materials used for buildings. So my question this morning is that when people are putting up buildings, whose responsibility? We have seen stop work, see the if it's LECMA, submit permit. So what happens after the stop work? You write stop work on the building, and then by the time you come, the work has continued.
At the building the night.
So the stop work you have written there, does it solve anything at all?
No, it's just a facade.
So tomorrow,
it's
the building
to tell you that
they are
somebody is working, meanwhile
pretending to work,
and then goes to write that thing. Then afterwards, he turns around, go to the same people, waiting in the night, and you come and you see the building.
So you see, then tomorrow the building will collapse, and you, the person building, knowing very well that where you are building is not the right place to build. Number 1. Number 2, you know you are not using the right materials to build, and so these people are coming to you and you are giving them small money. Maybe for all you know, where they live, it is safe. The annoying part and the pathetic part is that these buildings may not be, the owners may not be living in the building, so for it to collapse on them, they will rent it out to innocent people. You get it? So you, the citizen, you that you have your money, you want to build, why don't you just build with the right materials? Hire professionals to build for you, so that if all these things will not happen, the issue of building on the wrong side, the Ramsar sites and all that, it is there. But there's another issue of people building with inferior products. People building with wrong materials. If you are building a story building, and I heard that you need a certain amount of inch iron rods
to
build.
Size.
Yes, a size.
The sun
to build a story building.
It has to be tested. The sun you use for building needs to be tested.
How many people do this?
You take it to the lab. When it's tested, it can tell you how long the building can stay.
Whether you can use it for a story building or
even if it's a foundation, it has to be tested.
No.
Let me tell you something. You see bridges being constructed. Now we see bridges collapsing.
Yeah.
Not because it has not been done well, but the materials that were used were not the
right ones
to stand the test of time. As you said, we have bridges like the
Adome Bridge.
Bridge, concrete. You have bridges like the Bupe Yape Road. You have the Damango overhead pass.
Right.
Now, it was done during Nkrumah's era to link the north
to the
south. Over 50, 80 years, it has turned a set of time. Now they are doing a new one. I went to the site when we were doing the new one. You could see the sun was not from there. It was brought from somewhere it has to go through lab to test. There are people there to make sure that the right stand, so they can tell you that this bridge will take us the next 50 years.
After 50 years,
after 50 years, it has to be maintained. That is why it got to a point, you saw that bridge was closed down and people have to use ferry to cross to the other side, just because it has to be maintained again. Now they realize that this maintenance expansion will not help. So now temporarily, let's do something and then build a new one, which is being done across. Now, you ask, why can't we do same thing? We have the assembly, they have the works department. Their mandate is to make sure they go check this. Now, you give people electricity in their homes. Do you check the wiring, the cables that is being used? Have you checked the building and then whether it can stand the test of time before people can go stay in it? We don't do all this thing. And you see, as individuals, as we are, even when you are going to rent, did you check the building you are going to sit in? Where you lay your head in? Have you checked the safety around the building? Have you checked whether there are cracks or because the point is, I say, I don't know.
We take everything.
I think Ghana have to move from the place that we need to begin to teach people safety. How important is safety?
Very important.
Even the food we eat, how hygienic is the food? Yesterday I went into the World Food Day webinar, and I was listening to some things. I was like, no wonder we're dying quietly.
A lot of things are not organic.
Because the point is that if a food is not even stored with the aflatoxins around the mazes and things are killing us slowly, are giving us cancers, because we're not preserving the things we are supposed to do. Safety is not in our head. Cement 1, 2, 3. Look, they can lay foundation today. Give yourself the next 3-4 months. You see that. Yeah, renting and the continent. Oh, I've got some nice place. The should better not fire.
And no, some people living around Lakeside. At a point, a lot of people were moving from this side because rent there was relatively cheaper compared to some places, and the buildings were nice, and so people were moving to that area. And now, an area where was not flooding before, it's now flooding. They are experiencing floods now. What is the solution to some of these issues? How do we prevent them? How do we make sure that? See, I feel like we need a lasting solution.
No, it has to be.
Because last year, this happened.
No, that is what I'm saying.
This year,
it's happening worse.
It's becoming worse by the year.
As the year rolls, it's becoming worse than it was last year.
Yeah.
Because last year at this time we're not recording floods.
Yeah, it started later.
It started late, but now early June.
This year, did you notice the level of heat in the system?
It tells you.
You turn on air conditioning and it's not. You feel like your air conditioning is not working.
It tells you the amount of rains that we need to receive. And when you're telling people that there's a storm moving from this side to this side, so take cover. Oh, you had said that by the time you realize. I was with someone. I said, Master, you need to move. If you want to go home, move it. Oh, yeah, they go chill. The next 20 minutes,
he
said, I'm stuck. I don't know where to park.
You will get stuck.
I said, find a place and go up the road and park and wait till the rains are over. By the time he goes home, everything is gone because the home is flooded to the level that is above the shoulder level.
You have to go and swim to rescue your team.
I asked him, so you can't so much Monty. I sworn you. Ghana for your sworn. Look at it. Ramsar site, Ramsar site. Yeah.
Look at that.
Why? It shouldn't have never. It also got to my own woman.
A whole Ramsar site in India.
It's not supposed to be for it.
So who has the right to sell it?
Nobody is supposed to sell it.
You get me. The thing is that this place is a Ramsar site. It's not for anybody. So who sold the place to you? And why did you buy it? You see that when we open phone lines, people will call and bash politicians for being corrupt.
But we are all part of it.
But you that you are going to buy a land at a Ramsar site.
You didn't do a due diligence.
And you know, some of them know that this place is a Ramsar site. Yet they took money, some in dollars, went to buy the land at a Ramsar site. You and the person that sold the land, you all need to be thrown behind.
No, the point is that we have to start arresting people.
Yes.
We have to start making people feel the pain they are causing the entire nation. Spending our time, because we are wasting time on this matter. This thing should have been solved once and for all. Long-term planning. Where are the urban planners? How do we re-engineer our own cities? What is happening with our drainage system? We are not disciplined. Whatever cola, we be now pam into the gutter. If I'm only one and I ball so the people who die because of some of us are negligent. Their blood is on our hand. You also contributed to their death.
Monsieur Kakra top pen was sound ball like the goons.
You look, there was a floating vehicle. Yesterday I was asking, is the person inside it or not?
Yeah, this morning I saw on one of the blogs.
Is the person inside?
Older woman. This woman can literally do nothing. And the car can't move. The plate is flooded. They have to find a way of carrying the woman out of the car into a bigger vehicle and then transport her somewhere safe. Like, why? Why should
we'll try to go on the phone lines and talk to Nana Hima. And then right after talking with we move straight to Befi Chrome to bring you a conversation with Edu Heba. Right after Edu Heba, we'll take some snipes of headline stories. And then our gentleman will join us in the studio to have a conversation. Don't forget, we're having a conversation like we always do, financial literacy, Financial 101. We'll also continue with financial experts and the tax experts in the question of Foster Otin Amwako, exactly 9 a.m., where we'll be looking at every city counts. Very important topic we'll be discussing to get ourselves some education, to create some impact to the society. So please don't go away. Stay with us as we try to get Nana Hima on the line to speak with us after this break. Well, I think MCR is still not ready with us, so we have to keep the conversation going. PCR, drawing the attention because I'm not getting anyone talking to us. 053-715-8638 is the numbers, and you can also join us here by way of conversation. Share your thoughts with us. How does it make you feel to see we losing lives, people getting injured anytime there's a downfall? It's sad, isn't it? Very.
Yeah.
I feel very sad.
It's sad.
I feel very, very sad with what is going on with us. 053-715-8638. Numbers are also over to me.
You can imagine losing everything.
Yeah.
Losing everything, including your property, just because of rains and flood. It's sad. Meanwhile, well, this is a natural disaster, but most of what we are experiencing
this
here,
one is
most
our
of
own
what we are experiencing
disaster.
Here, we caused it.
We caused it.
You get it. And if we would do things right, you realize that even if it would happen, it won't be this extreme where a lot of people will be displaced.
Yeah.
Even if we would experience the floods, it would be in a way that you realize. But with this, people are building on Ramsar sites and their homes are flooded. It's not more natural. It's not a natural disaster anymore. You get it? And so we just have to do things right. You have the money to buy a land anywhere you want, but not a Ramsar site.
You have your money to buy land anywhere you want, but not on the Ramsar site. And also making sure that not on the waterway, not on the hydrants. Where so last week we had fire, we had building collapsing, we had flood.
Yeah.
This week we have building collapsing, we have floods. No, yeah. Where would they go? Like, have you seen my 30th anniversary?
Yeah, I've seen it.
I'm enjoying
It's
30th
cute.
anniversary.
It's cute.
Yeah, 30th anniversary. I got my water in there for celebrating the 30th anniversary of the Maranatha Power Ministry International. The Days of Elijah is on the 22nd of June.
Yeah.
Taken up on the 22nd of June. And I want you to be part of it. Trust me. It's awesome. You know, I've come to enjoy a service on a Tuesday, Friday, and also breakthrough. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, it is serious.
Oh, it was awesome. Well, we're going straight to Befi Chrome. When we come back, we have more conversation lined up for you.
Tony. Dr. Du Muhammad say me nka kire SM fat say nyame nhyira wo bia. Nyame nya obi bia kese. Na sade enne me ba me dofo oka no abusua. Ya di abroni atumi ansa Dr. Du baya wa besa. Dr. Dwe yenye udemi edek yese nkwa sombo. Onkwa som yebo. And it's every Edu Herbal Hospital. And na era number to do so. Edebebo ade. Say ye de sanya de. E wo sisi ni nti ani nompe mu. Ye nkoto dwemu ni etutu asia mafia ye damma wapomu den asipia sita. Na ye wia ye di bonus na atua to. Eno ne ye si ye di busu ye sister no to atese. Watenga no ewu kojo tro nyane no brim no asori gina wo enenti esan say enem betena ase ye dey SM meters na dey mewuram because me do get na no tanya nyame aka SM abusan fa meti TV so because one come wodi ni get na no do so aka me the box empty box and everything TV so but me da twere ampo ase se wa mo akoma tom se me ntwenem ka se wi amo age ne boko eniti abusan ye say e do baje watrema adanside nankasa na nam eno ntina meduru ya na SM no obi apesa onje enfri mensem na bottom ne ba kwampo driver no ko je nam say na no Thursday me ba obi je ene dem mo bi anje ana me de aba enenti me do foot say papa no also no taso no kan o se wato graphic am obi kenkan no mata no de gan kan ni nyina ma me ne mo kan ne brofum etimi da na betwi translation so I say SM bitches e do e de abasa ye de ba ama aware e de amefie ayede ama enkoda ni age eku no mani age ama yire no so ani age enne na atemi chemli ame ma na SM bitches ba kufu one onfen kofie na mewi ade eta chire nya kasa na beta chire de ama no boko enya ni nyina ha kwa ho ene nti se wato graphic am obi kenkan na ye ho Mr. Odi ka kan ye no wo ye be ma entrance ma be ma mu na wona no abometro man na wona mo a sister bra wati mu sade ni nkoyi apomude ni ho saa woni oba no e konhye mu a wuti mu se dodo aka to be ko wantimi akọ minute ade to so no kekekeke no wantimi SM bitches ye drew as a woman as a wood and who on say no man when I had a bomb son near say pa boko na esa me dem wan for pa so what I say I clap for yourself our classroom and no anama we are not for banaka say wo be mem obana ma fans enya de obe you no ka cho say de we ye ni there be ebusia so we no obana ka say de ye tumi ye ni na kire say problem wo ho yade wo ho bibi wo nipadua ni mu a enko yie bibi wo usisi mu no ma enko yie o mema ye ne ensipi entita na Dr. Do so say ense say wotena se emma oba ejojo wo sa na ense say wotena se ema be ma so obejojo oba so atiase emechi oba brane te same nto na nyojo mi na enso de nko okwa me fa so me fi bia ma na beto aso eno na chese wadwuma no wa anya nwi eni ti Dr. Do say SMB test oba nom be ma nom me pa chow unya 18 years ya enom wo your ba wa fafura enom wo breastfeeding so a enom wa ye CS ya freyen number no go screen ni so natural months awanya ansana ebe mo anoma ya ma wanom oba se ubu nsa na emeyi menamai se boso me so na me bu me nsa na se me ama nti se bibi ni na mo me nti because me nti pen bia eno na chase wo yoba enya de boso me ne so a abusua na obi de wada ne calendar o chance obetie ma ofie buo yansa na wakọ ne boss osa boso me asutua meka because the da wo be ye ne fie wo ne brono ne so no obi abehun say yes oboso me aso na ye ya so ene boso me na so nya tise wo tim onya tise wo ntimi ankwa dwuma o wo ye so da dem wo yare ene na boso me aso oni calendar o de wada ne calendar madam emo bi fa na ne calendar wane dem boy aden bra SMB te so se beboa wo ama watimi abu nsaboko ama black cloth ni nyina anane abesia ko kama wonti etiam obi a mpota wabu nsa so we oba na abu sana mi yaba kama wankasa na ma feel comfortable wutim so wankasa no ohun yo de because se free ya ho besen kwa a wona wotu wo yefu mu ayodin ohun ni padua ni mu ayodin because se eye ba na ebetom a e ma o sign no se ba na ebetom e ba betom ko fra abusunya nya easy wo so na ma abofron oni ama se what is into so rough not me say bo na ama eno wa hu say why ready say wo be wo eti no ma science na sa wo de na nya ba na ebetom bosome mienu bosome miensa o meseson emma e wo branso a wonyem a abusua pe SMB test na no wo don se ni na ba besane abese akọ ama nwato afenso no say wonya o menses from day 1 about 7 days afe to asokono na so tiba 6 days so tiba 5 days 4 days I was almost say dia kana embae no e wo hefa akawa ya ase wo enti I was on SMB test na enani moja SMB test na ni moja ebe na ne de akawo na aya clotting na abobon tonto a na ebe da ne fibroid ana se ebe ye bibi aya sisi akawo wa wudie nim no ebe na ne na afi wo ama na bese akọ na wo ho atọ afi wo na mo say yes wo do say so boka say yes be oba afi ono your oba na bese wo fa nyinsa ya SMB test na ni moja no ama de sisi a wudie na no akwan ni nyina bese ko wi a obi won say afi pa na dem na wa fa afro why would it not to me? Now I said, I'm hadging. Or the bathroom can also ban a hadging of fee. And I know maybe so the bathroom and the banana into a assassin said, you know. I told you, we need 2 months. That's as I said. I was here, about to retort as here. SMB test in Tia Cassani and Yaji because he had the insensible. If you say, yeah, Juma, Cassia, I dance dear Eba SMB test no dorsal. And then see now make confirm on say, Tobima, we to be more na entu ya dia se because mo no a ye adwuma 15 butrim na ne na mo honam onam ye de de wo adwuma tumi so wotumi ye adwuma e wo abonten ko office tumi ye adwuma kama osisi nim etumi ye kama e clear pent ne bibia wo osisi nim enu nkoto dwenim nyina firi wo wotie ye adwuma yi ama anwato na akodem so a eno ya friend side effect friend side benefit because on my do ni wi ado benya na ekire no eno kwampo na do so bonus no na ya na ede obi koto dia na wa nto so a what told you and then tia can you not pen to so one to so I say there be an enemy and to so I can to be no and no near kind of bonus on so I say to them SMB test you bonus na back dinner chain and it's over to me a hammer after with them also na black question you yes so I say or my fans say yes what be memu na edre abusan to agu o man Ghana mu ha ba bia pharmacy shop bia benya bi herbal shop bia benya bi chemical shop bia benya bi koto SMB test na o kwa so social movement o spiritual movement o social media open the trending and strong man me pacho shatter movement edoro na make one sem no simiso na make one sem no sincere me na make one sem no senior minister na make one sem no edra won man no akasa man ho fan when am to say yes what charge na anam and no empty number no that screen so me da ho fa me say me see try me photo and na papa bi share mo so try me photo am on phone no so ayeba na the pacho delete bi your number no time to try photo abusia number na rika na 0558 379545 0558 379545. And we are the filler according to Dr. Edu. Second number is 0201 044 221 0201 044 221. Last number is 0243 989368 0243 989368. Number 3 in Amidafo fra Eba Edu Heba Hospital. Na enu edi nkomo kan how chain wa bada bridge wukojo to me pacho freyin nye no nkasa na Edu Edu Heba Hospital aneba ayaresa bia busuan yakwadare ewa yaresha nya yaresa nyine mu ye tu stroke kwase emma obi a oyare stroke ada hwache na obi a won se de Edu no te na chi nyina yekro ya bo ne pampers ababa wa fe no ansore no yi pampers no ne ekọ no eho asem ana meka eni se stroke no ache nipa no ato wache no fane brain man kasim ba fikrom eho na headquarters no ewo abusuan odo man kasim station a o ko ba fikrom obeche okawe fro na bra obedu wono ma abusuan ebe hyew ama ode hye no ne ho ato no kama ye what ne nso emu ofe emu ode obedem say yes wo da fie wo da yare sabia so asa wo djojo ho hotel ba because ya no VIP was ana normal was ubewram nya fe na akọ yarefo a waba yare sabia na afi wo koja na akosa lai amba acho ye ho ye nya sa wo wankasa o facility ne bibia ye intact or toilet and bath shim anything no bibia aye kama o change o patient ho a obi nyina wa wo show obi wonu ma je se ye kofa eni ba be time be sala wona yin se de be ya ye change ne ho do da ne nchen no onhu ne ho me pacho Edu Heba Hospital ye ntisa ya ma obi ane what o so any wo de usika ekuta won ehun adwuma na ebe ya ma ho anenti no medafo to be kafa nipa na ne ho atochema no bibi ha no fa ne brain wo Edu Heba Hospital na Awurade andom ona Dr. Edu so de nubra nua ha ban ene bia hini esa yade biada etu ase enenti enya stroke kwa na esa yade biada sente hye wa na ye wa eno de me boso because na no pani bi de ne ba bre me na me mani ba kwa nso me yam hye me utimu se asma na won ne ho ache. But Awurade adom Edu Heba Hospital last week utimu se ye stabilize anyway na bibia e kama Edu no anopa me sure ya na me sempacho mo to say osanyame adom every na no e ba ne Thursday no ma bi fa na afi me ho atom na me ho ayem de won say wo ye adwuma wi na hu emfaso hu sade na akọ na koyesa na ho aye wo de enya de wa ya wi na afi wo wi na yam hyehyɛ sade me e be fa na emfa Edrebe ya na enye yi enye try and error ewo Edu Heba Hospital ebusuafo ye ma wodro na ye de ensese eboka se dro na de ma ya de ye ewo osu eso adro ni na wotwe asebetu na wotwe menu asebetu na wotwe mi ansa asebetu ampanso ebedu wono na wato asori a okọ wuyi achia kwa ochia osimi machia na wo ko ba bi enenti ni ya de bia etete wo emmema na mokọ dwaba mumu na nkwada hwere agire mumu na ye tisi so ewo mumu mepa moncho Edu Heba Hospital edro papa honoma oba ebeba ama ho acho me pa acho enya yaresa bia oba ye ma odo na ne kochina kobra ansa na wayo ye machine sakase egu no mabusuan oba ye de be exam efru trimesu nase ne on say yade na efri ya na eba ya ha ene ha eje do we ne de be ma na ewia emu
What a glorious God we serve. I am inviting you to our moment of miracle service every Tuesday morning. Every Tuesday morning. It's a time of prayer for healing, deliverance, for miracles, testimonies. It's more of a healing and prayer service. And God still heals because Malachi 3:6 says, I am the Lord and I change it not, as he did in the days of John and Peter. He's still doing it in our days. And so I'm personally inviting you, and I'm willing to receive you in the house of God this very Tuesday for the Moment of Miracle service. As you come, if you are sick, come. If you are troubled, come. Evil attacks, Tuesday morning is for you. God bless you as we see you this Tuesday. And I want to encourage you. I will always be on MBN TV, and also keep watching me on all our social media platforms. God richly bless you. More direction, call the number on the screen. Remember this, even though we have churches all across the nation, especially the villages, we are located in Nungwa, Adogon. God bless you. Bye bye for now. And he asked them, when he sent them, do you lack anything? And they said, we lack nothing. I pray that this will be your story. As you live for God, and you work for God, and you support God's work, you will look back and say, I have lacked nothing in my life. We want to thank God and thank God again that Friday is a night of prayer, prophetic night, healing night, the word of God night, and worship night. Every Friday in Maranatha Power Ministries. And I'm inviting you, beloved, if we don't realize the warfare we are in, the devil will defeat you as a child of God. And the most strangest things and unfortunate things in the church today is good believers who are weak. You are good, but you are weak spiritually. God wants you to be strong, because he says in Ephesians chapter 6 verse 10, he says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. You see, there are certain battles you cannot win in the day. This Friday and every Friday, I'm inviting you to Maranatha Power Ministries for breakthrough night, signs and wonders night, prophetic night, healing night, deliverance night, and salvation night. Let me see you this Friday. If you want more direction, telephone numbers on the screen. Please call. And also, you can watch me on MBN TV every time we are having service. And also watch me and be with me on all the social media platforms you will see on the screen. Remember this, Jesus prayed in the night. Even the Son of Man prayed all night. It's our time. God bless.
All right, so welcome back in studio. We still having a conversation that has to do with the flag. We're crossing over to Amasaman. We know the rain has set in Amasaman, and people have been caught off guard as to whether they'll be able to go to their place of work and whether they'll also be comfortable living in their abode. There's a lot of issues coming. We'll cross to that area as well. We'll try to talk to the NADMO technical Deputy Technical Director in the person of Loretta Nanahima Frimpong. When we get on the line, we speak with her as well to find out what is the situation like today being Monday, whether they've been able to, I don't want to talk about that decomposed body I saw yesterday. And then the floating one, I saw a decomposed one, then I saw a floating one. So you keep asking yourself, what's going on with us? So we'll look at that as well. But before that, let's run through some of the newspapers and see how they capture the stories for the morning, and then we still wait for your calls. So let's do the Metro Lenses this morning. The Metro Lenses has a story of you see on the front page, you see the minority chief whip Frank Anodonfre, who is also one of the proud members of the Pan-African Parliament. He's the chairman of the Health Committee. We have other members also taking various positions. And then we have our own Clotilde Colley, MP, being the vice president for the Pan-African
Parliament.
So that tells you that Ghanaians are making way. We can make informed decision when it comes to AU. Let's see how we press it. But this one is an Anodomprel lead cocoa committee reports to Baumia after nationwide farmers engagement. Page 3 has a story because we all know he goes to the cocoa farms to go to the cocoa farmers. Saying, I like that tree word, isn't it? Yeah. MPA boss Eduji Temaklo honored at Ghana CEO Summit. Stories on page 10. The GJ Honors Champions of Press Freedom is on page 9. Stories on the Metro Lens and more. So grab a copy of the Metro Lens and get details of the stories.
Right. Away from the Metro Lens, let's do the Herald. It says Finance Minister and a Greek minister caught up in budget war, but others smell 2028 NDC flag bearer rivalry. Ghana Gas refutes internal conflict between CEO and Totobi Kwache board.
It's a long time I've heard his name. It's a board chair for Ghana.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
A long time, Totobi Kwache.
One of the
he was in the news for, I think, the previous administration of the NDC.
Yeah.
He was in the news almost all the time. But this time,
he's gone so quiet.
Yeah.
Until this surface, I'm reading.
Yeah, Totobi Kwache. Anyway, Yoko's probe into Joseph Yamin Galamsey allegation finally failing credibility test. Okay. It says Yoko's probe into Joseph Yamin's Galamsey allegation failing credibility test. Ex-KMA presiding member names Akufo-Addo, Blay and others as architects of Kojo Bonso's 2016 Oyster. Okay. Overcrowding and lack of alternative facilities driving cost tension. Insider. I heard CAT has been suspended by the minister, the health minister.
Yeah, but the health minister can't maybe a
No, sometimes the pressure is too much.
No, but
pressure, who should be a mistake that can be doing and they go and sit in the house now. Go and sit in the house now. Anyway, that's it with the Herald newspaper.
Now let's do the inside. The inside says reparation. This reparation is there. Then he has the SMG condemns Macron's invitation to Justice Conference in Accra. I wonder, is that the whole collective of the socialist movement of Ghana has strongly condemned plans to have French President Emmanuel Macron delivered a keynote address at the upcoming high-level consultative conference on reparatory justice scheduled to take place in Accra from June 17 to 19. In a statement issued by the youth wing leader of the whole collective, Achu Olivia, the group described Macron's invitation as a deeply diplomatic, undignified, and an affront to the cause of reparatory justice being championed by African nations and descendants of enslaved people. Anyway, Ghana has come of age to own its own mine. Kobna Donko also waded into this matter. The former chairman of Parliament Energy and Mines Committee, Dr. Kobna Donko, has called for the revival of the State Gold Mining Corporation as an asset holding entity to enable Ghana to regain ownership of major mining assets whilst outsourcing operations to competent local contractors. According to Dr. Donko's, mining industry has matured sufficiently to support the economy, right? That is what he's saying. Now let's do this final story there, which is why Russia has the duty to militarily defend Cuba, always electing rights. It's also there. Now the ENSO protocol factory left to rot. Angry chiefs appeal to President Mahama to intervene. So that is the stories on the insights, not headlines there.
Okay, away from the insights, let's do the custodian. It says Baumia pledges action on minorities cocoa sector crisis report. And NPP must have deliberate comeback plan. Gordon Asare Bediako. Reinstate CAT CEO now. Minority demands labels suspension, political scapegoating. And Friends of Eric Opoku marks his 56th birthday with donation. The big story here says finance agric ministries in fierce battle over 1.6 billion Ghana cedis mystery cash.
Oh, mystery.
Yeah, that's the big story on the front page of the custodian. Joe Wise backs Coca for Ashanti Regional NPP chairmanship.
All right, so we move to do the Source newspaper has a picture of the Aveno building collapse, claims 2 lives. Is there. Victory Bible Church International celebrates 41 years of impact. DMB receives minority report on cocoa new policy next. Recent unlawful arrest threatened free speech. Afenyo Market. Reinstate suspended Governor Teaching Hospital CEO, GMA to Akando, the Ghana Medical Association. To lead people, walk behind them. You as well say so. To lead people, walk behind them. That is the Source quote for the day.
All right. Away from the Source, the Meridian says NPP minority completes cocoa farmer store, presents reports to flag bearer Baumia. Joai storms up coca for Ashanti NPP chairman. Hands off Ato forcing. Eric Opoku must look elsewhere for a scapegoat. Right.
Yeah, those are the stories.
Yes.
All right, so away from the Meridian news, within the Meridian and how do we call it? Almost
the Republic.
The Republic has the same.
Almost the same stories.
Now let's do the Republic press. The Bahama men at odds. Association whispers grow louder. He also has the GMA backs doctors strike at the Convanochi Teaching Hospital. Disaster in Accra. 2 deaths, several trapped after building collapse during heavy rains. Then we have Iran says Iran's staff blocked from entering US after players given World Cup visas. Trump and then Iran. The cash in the SOFA saga that just won't go away from South African president. You know that story? The cash in the SOFA saga. It will not go anytime soon. No. MOGCSP intensify fight against sports trafficking on the world commemoration. Well, we're looking at the Ministry of Children and Gender are also fighting, helping to fight, intensify this as well. So that's it. So we have the Minister for Food and Agriculture, Eric Opoku, and Finance Minister Dr. Kessler Forsen on the front page stories on page 3 of the Republic Press.
Okay. The Daily Post says Ibrahim Mahama, Telecel and Airtel Tigo step up for Ghanaian evacuees from South Africa. And Ghana targets 30 million more trees after surpassing 31 million in 2025. GRA deepens engagement with business community on ITAT's rollout. And Ghana Gas dismisses false claims of leadership division, reaffirms strong board management relations. These stories are on the front page of the Daily Post.
Right, from Daily Post, we do the Informer newspaper. The Informer has its headlines as a silent killer on our plates. Who says unsafe food claims 1.5 million lives every year? WHO, World Health Organization. I said yesterday I had some conversations in a meeting through the night. I was like, scary, very scary. But we have to have conversations around food safety, which is also a key thing we need to look at, so that we don't over fermented stuff that we've been eating are also creating some cancers for us because of the aflatoxins and also the microbes that degenerate are creating problems for our system as well. Ghana's democracy is in danger, experts confirm Mohammed's fear. 25.3 million mixed pay. MPP grills finance ministry for missing agric cash. Governor Teaching Hospital doctors declaring definite strike over CEO suspension. Imani MPP oppose on ID checks, but government says move is to protect children.
We have to protect children.
Isn't it? I get we have where need you Ghana card.
Everybody should know now you they watch them.
Hey, trouble don't come.
Now you they watch them. Everybody should know that.
Well, stop the says.
But this is not something that is going to be published. So it's just to deter, like they're saying. So if you're a child and you don't have a Ghana card, unless you go and take your mother's Ghana card.
Stop the Celsius attack, women's group. And I think it's unfortunate the Ashanti regional minister.
Yeah.
I think it's a wrong move. I mean, it's wrong move. I mean, if people have supported you, a young man coming up, and you think you've been vibrant, you've been that certain places, that certain statement, you don't do them. And I think it's wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be straightforward with him. The statement was wrong. It was needless. It's needless.
Yeah.
Needless crap.
Yeah, you don't respond to everything.
Yeah, it's not everything you respond to. It's needless.
It's not worth it.
Right, so that's the stories and the headlines on the Informer newspaper.
From the Informer, the BNFT says rate cut window narrows on inflation pressures. And GRA assures businesses of simpler tax compliance on ITAX. And Stanbic Bank donates 400,000 to NADMO. Finance Minister Governor presents powerful unified case for Ghana to global financiers and investors. And the big story here says Ghana Standards Authority highly understaffed. These are the stories on the Business and Financial Times.
Right, from BFNT, we do the Daily Analyst. The Daily Analyst, the be intentional about African values. MPs calls for deliberate parenting after interparliamentary conference. Government activates surveillance isolation system to counter Ebola threats. Accra Psychiatric Hospital gets major facelift through KGL Foundation. GJA honors champions of press freedom, veteran journalist institutions, and others recognized for defending freedom of expression. Abuse of Electronic Communications Act warns against growing intimidation under Section 76. Amabua crowned best performing minister, with the man smiling there, the Lance Minister, Kofi Boah. Daily Analyst.
The Daily Banner says NPP comeback will be deliberate, not accidental. Gordon Asari Bediako. Minority calls for reversal of CAT CEO suspension. Joe Wise endorsing Coca is still here on the front page of the Daily Banner, and as well as Bawumia receiving the Minority Committee report on cocoa sector crisis. These stories are on the front page of the Daily Banner.
Now we do the Ghanaian Times. The Ghanaian Times, a new NTCMD calls for teamwork ownership. Ghana targets 13 million trees in 2026 after exceeding 2025 goal. Government steps up flood control, new measures. Page 11. North Industrial Area building collapse. 1 dead, 3 rescued. BIP calls for enforcement of regulation. GRA intensify engagement ahead of the ITES rollout. Ghana headlines, Ghanaian Times.
Okay, the Inquisitor says after claiming loot recovery was sham, oral bites won't to me, surrogates cry political prosecution, and consultations are on for NDC chair upon Fosu 1.6 billion Ghana cedis disbursed to a Greek ministry. Finance Ministry insists. Accra Psychiatric Hospital gets facelift through KGL Foundation. A National Ambulance Service commends NPA for continued support. These are the stories on the front page of the Inquisitor.
Away from the Inquisitor, we have the Graphic Sports, or maybe I should wait the Graphic Sports to be the last newspaper we look at, but let's do the graphic business. Advanced Ghana delivers 256% profit surge. President Mahama rings London bells as GSE hits world top 2. Ghana's World Cup golden tickets sparks sponsorship rush. Special supplement on Ghana at the 2026 World Cup Inside, where they buy the graphic business. BOG mops up 11.29 billion Ghana cedis to shield city, but economics warn of structural weakness. Stories on the graphic business.
Okay, let's do the mother paper. Daily Graphic says Stanbic Bank donates 400,000 Ghana cedi relief items to NADMO, and the quiet strength of EcoBank's resilience balance sheet. Government completes evacuation of 979 Ghanaians from South Africa, and 1 dead, 2 injured after Accra building collapse. The big story here says emergency service suspension. Cath doctors, nurses lay down tools in solidarity with CEO. The Daily Graphic.
The New Crusading Guide. Gabriel Ayamila unhappy with exclusion of the Upper East region from the $500 million feeder road loan. NPA boss Eduji Temaklo honored at Ghana CEO Summit. President Mahama has unleashed others of evil on NPP, but we aren't prepared. Godwin Esaribediako fires. Africa must shape AI future through ethical leadership. Kojo Annan Ankama. Goga experience remains vital for NPP fortunes in the Ashanti region, former Bekwai MP. Cocoa farmers' wars reached Bawumia as Minority President reports. New Crusading Guide.
Supreme newspaper says media icons honored GJA raises alarm over threats to press freedom. And Coca's Ashanti Regional Chairmanship bid is here again. MPA boss Eduji Temaklo honored at Ghana CEO Summit. Smiles promised. Bawumia vows to restore hope for Ghana's cocoa farmers. Honorable Kweku Amprachum Sapon, MP for Mampong, endorses Nana B as next National First Vice Chairman of the NPP. Ama Kofi Bua crowned Ghana's best performing minister for 2026. These stories, you find them on the front page of the Supreme newspaper.
We do the Chronicle. Reverse the CAT CEO suspension now, minority. Government targets 13 million trees after exceeding 2025 goal. Atu leads Bahamas ministerial rankings, says big events Ghana. Then he has a Chronicle, it's the first Chronicle 9, 1 Corinthians chapter 9, the verse 24. Do you not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one receives the prize? So run that you may obtain it.
Awards, no.
So those are the stories on the Chronicle.
The new publisher says cut prices deepens further. Doctors, nurses strike over CEO suspension. Minority blasts government decision. Diplomatic tension brews as South Africa wants Ghana over evacuation drama. But really, the audacity. No, the audacity to question why we bring our people home. You're waiting for them to be killed.
No, the point is,
did you see the man with the stroke when they?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, here go. South Africans saying here go. I mean, and you can't go over show I'm on.
Me, I feel like we should retain the energy.
There's no need.
No, there is.
There's no need.
Aura for aura.
Oh no,
that's the 2026. No, even it's
the,
aura for aura.
Even this one's have they paying them. This small one, it is she them.
Come on. Our country is not destroyed like that. Oh, it's not that bad. But we have promises cocoa price.
The point is this: migration is across the world.
Yes. The fact that someone happened to, do you know the number of South Africans in this country?
We have over 5,000.
So if we also decide that all of you go back to...
Look at some of the companies South Africans are running.
Yes, in this country.
The shopping malls.
Yes.
Are running. So
if Ghanaians decide, we are so disciplined in that area that we will not go to their shops and loot. No, we will not go to the... We won't do that.
They are not correct. Yes,
we won't do that.
I'm not correct.
We won't do that.
Well, some few recalcitrants in South Africa are destroying the name of South Africa.
And they had to sit for this long to come out to speak. Wow.
I think the first person who spoke was Malema. No, he was speaking that Ghana shouldn't fool the people.
Where was he?
We can't allow you.
Where was Malema?
Look at the way.
Where was Jacinta? Where was Ramaphosa when these things started happening?
So.
What did they do about it?
I mean, here, Bukafa.
Oh, our people, they are own. Yes, Papa. There's a proverb in Akan. You can't. This is your own. You can't throw it away.
You want to see this?
You can't throw it away. And this is our country.
Oh yeah.
It's not that bad. See the way we are with our Nigerian brothers.
Oh yeah.
We tease ourselves. We fight. We move. We won't be at each other's throats for nothing. Right, so that's it. And the new publisher has this story as well. It says, oh, wow. This woman is John Mahama's best regional minister, with a picture of the Greater Accra regional minister over there. I don't know. Oh wow! I don't know what that means.
I think he loves football. You know, he was when Hearts of Oak is playing against Kotoko, he would throw chant and stuff like that. So I think he's championing the cause of Black Stars, and she's doing her best. So thumbs up to her.
All right. Okay. That's it.
That's it. All right, so we do the Daily Gist. The Daily Gist have these two people in front. They say, Atu is a liar. A Greek minister's boy fires over 1.67 billion budget cash. Government blames indiscipline for Accra floods. MPA boss on it. It's also there. Akando roasted over CAT CEO suspension. GJ raises alarm on the growing threat to press freedom. And he has a presentation to Baumia by the MPP Farmers Report. Daily Gist.
Yeah, let's move away from the gist and do the guy. The Daily Guy says, Jinable, Kwabena Yeboah, others gets GJA honors. New anti-gay bill to protect LGBTQ promoters. This is coming from Reverend Intim Fojo. Atufosi named best performing minister, and 2 dead, several injured in Aveno building collapse. The big story here says CRI backs ID checks for porn sites. Watch and let everybody know now you they watch. Let everybody know. Now Joa Mensa Koku is the one watching.
One Mr. Ashite.
Mr. Ashite is the one watching it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a serious one, isn't it?
Yes,
It's just like heaven is looking at you.
yeah.
God is watching us.
This one is not, you don't watch it in secret, and it is there, evidence day.
Communication ministry watching.
Evidence day.
With the work thing.
Anyway, that's it with the.
We have the Ghanaian publisher. I say Atu crowned overall best minister. Osayini raises press freedom concerns. Cat CEO make a scapegoat minority. Amabua wins best performing minister. GJA calls for stronger media protection. Anti-LGBTQI plus bill amended to protect promoters. Reverend Intim Fojo. And it has a Baumia receiving that report. Farmers report. I call it the farmers report.
Okay. Okay, away from the new publisher, let's do the news center. It says Ibrahim Mahama offers 100 jobs to South Africa returnees, and ethical leadership, not algorithms, will define AI era. Is Ankoma and GJ Honest Icons calls for stronger protection. Baumia to review COCO reports for policy response. Mofa receives only 12.4% of budget. The big story on the news center says funding crisis hits agri sector, with a picture of the finance minister and the agri minister over the Eric Opoku. They have been on the front pages.
So they had the running story.
Yeah, they've been on the front pages.
Nasikano wahi.
Media mouth.
Honestly, say all farmer.
What you have taken the money? Other people are saying that the banter is not about the 1.6 billion Ghana cedis. It's actually about the flag bearership. Something is pushing this rivalry.
Something is cooking.
Not the 1.6 billion Ghana cedis. We will see.
If the kitchen is hot, we'll definitely see who removes it. Now let's do the Ghanaian point. The point says Ibrahim Mahama's ENP offers 100 jobs to Ghanaian evacuees from South Africa. Ghana 6 agro-industrial boost as Mahama tours Belarus dairy facility. National Security Coordinator commends emergency responders and rewards them for their efforts. Attempt to suppress journalists undermines democracy. Afenyo Mbake. Albright mentors WEM Zion SHS student on the menstrual health career choices. Stories on the Ghanaian point. It happens to be the last paper. We left a paper, right?
The sports.
Graphic Sports. Right. Graphic Sports is talking more of Ghanaian players, and this says a give party offensive midfielder role at Trump. Godwin Atram has delivered a clear message to Carlos Queiroz ahead of Ghana's World Cup against Panama on June 17, saying the experienced midfielder remains a key figure in the Black Stars and could play an influential role in determining Ghana's preparedness in the tournament. Well, this party issue, but did you watch Party Against Will? You didn't watch the Wolves game?
Oh no, I did not.
Psychologically,
He's not.
Psychologically.
But he's doing well, Mom.
No, psychologically. See,
The whole issue going on.
you see, being booed anytime he gets the ball,
Yeah.
no matter how strong you are,
Yeah. It would
weigh
affect you.
It will weigh you down. Now we hear England team is saying that they are not going to shake his hand when there's a lineup.
Why?
Meanwhile, the person has not been proven guilty.
You see the racism around.
The person has not been proven.
Do you think if it was a white?
No, so you see, I always say that when this thing happened, if really it happened years back, if you look at the story that is coming, years back, nobody said anything until his contract with Arsenal came to an
Yes.
end. Then he had this issue.
Wasn't
Then-
is this not cooked?
Then you see people coming in.
I feel
You understand? And the point is this: if you look at him against Wales, you realize that this is not party. No, I've watched him play. So this is not party to the extent that if you look at the challenge he got and he got a yellow card, so the coach will quickly have to, and the booing was becoming one too many, just a few people. So just imagine that at the World Cup against Panama in Canada, and something of this nature happening. No matter how strong you are, you see, court, irrespective of judgment, has not been served, right? Will weigh
it's
down.
my prayer that he's vindicated.
So there's a lot of people who are saying that, look, we should have kept him out of the team because of the things he's going through. But let's see. I just pray that he will be able to marshal his own self and put this thing behind him and go in there and enjoy himself in the games. Other than that, it's going to be a big problem for us. Seriously, it's going to be a big problem.
See, this is a big lesson to all black players.
Let me show you something.
But they hear it. This is not the first time this
the
is
point
happening.
the point is
So-
I'm giving you an example. They will plant them again.
Yes.
They will plot you. They will steady you.
And you guys
plot
know
you.
this. How do you fall victim all the
then-
time?
And for now, we don't know what is being told is the truth. Okay, look at what happened to Mendy. Mendy had a very good career for him. The moment he gets into Man City, and we know this is a brilliant job, it destroyed his career. At the end of the day, there was nothing against him, and they destroyed his career.
Yes.
Just like that. Just like that.
They will squeeze all the money from
Meanwhile,
you.
if it's a British player,
They wouldn't have.
no, they will just call it and then they shove that carpet and let you go.
Once you have this skin color,
No, but you see, people forget that this skin doesn't fade.
it's tough. Oh.
Rain or shine, it doesn't fade. And the skin God has given us. It's a
I pray
battle.
that he goes
he goes through it
this.
smoothly,
And then he's vindicated.
Vindicated. I
Yeah.
know he will come out cool. Honestly,
Yeah.
I have that.
I like how strong he is. Even though it's weighing him down, it is not like some of us expected that this could break him.
Oh yeah.
It is not.
And you see,
And I
and you
commend
see,
him for that.
it
He
has
should
been
keep
put-
going.
Yeah, it has been put in a public court already. So people have already make it look like he's guilty.
Yes.
But if you look at the Wales game, with that few people that came to the stadium without boy. Now, I'm wondering, we're going to play Jamaica, we're playing Honduras as our last training section. How would that be like? Now, the story we're hearing that the England national team says they are planning not to shake hands with him. Now, the Ghanaians also said,
We will also not shake hands with you.
once you do that to him, we won't also shake
Yes.
hands.
That's all. Our person is our person. If you do that to him, we will not shake hands with you too. David, it doesn't happen.
No matter
If you
how
do that
it
to
is,
him, we are not shaking hands with you too.
I will do worse. We will do worse. Trust me.
This is our person.
England, if you have that thing in your mind, you better think about
Yeah.
it, because our players would show you shaggy. I like Archbishop Nicholas Duncan who said, "Don't let me show you my shege.
Yeah.
They will show you shege if you try it.
Ours will come with a lot of package.
No, we'll show you shege.
We will prepare for the shege and deliver it to you in grand style.
So don't even dream of it. Let's go play football.
Yeah,
until a person is proven guilty, you can't. You can do all that you want to do. This ground scheme will not work. Look, I was telling someone something the other time that look, I mix the era of Christian Young teaching. I mix his era. Irrespective of whatever you can think about Ghana or think about Christian Young teaching, he made Ghana football. He made the Blaster what it is today. He made the Blaster a label to the point that we were one of the marketable national teams in the world. And everybody wanted to look at the Black Stars. You can't take that away from Kwesi. And sometimes I think we miss him because there's something Kwesi was aspiring to be. Kwesi had wanted to be a CAF president. So when he became the vice CAF president, you know, his lobbying skills was to be able to get all Africans to vote for the then presidents. Now his aim was he got into FIFA executive committee. They are looking at his rise, okay? And Kwesi would have moved quickly to some highest position on the field. He created inroads for a lot of Ghanaians. 20 baffles and the rest. He created inroads. We got 20 and the rest going into FIFA, going into CAF. Then the mafia thing started. I know this guy has an aim. So let's find a way to bring him down.
Plot.
Yeah, people plotted and got him, and then we brought this number whatever 12, and then that's it.
Today here we are.
He's gone to court, and now what's the matter again? He's gone. We've destroyed. He's gone like that. I pray that party will come out from this. The GBA presidential race in limbo, 13 star, election date uncertain. Page 4 has a story. The Ghana Boxing Association is that, and that's why you pin so. Hey, I pin so. Now, the battle for Black Stars, number 1. Heroes must pick keeper who fits game plan. We have Atigizi, and then we have Asari. One has luck. One does not have luck.
Who has the luck? The lack of we scoring or the lack of we saving the ball.
The point is
preventing the ball from entering our net.
The point is that one has luck. One can do all the things you can think of. It doesn't carry luck.
No, I want to understand. So
I'm saying
one prevents.
One can do all the things. People know where I'm coming from. One can do all the things that a goalie needs to do. But at the end, he will leave us down. He will let us down.
One will enter.
What we
one
don't
will
expect.
Enter our net.
What we don't expect.
And the other one to give or take.
Strangely,
you will not concede.
You will not concede, and you will make sure we will win.
Yeah. So which one should you go for?
We'll go for the one that will make us win.
Simple.
Oh, Jehovah. But me, I know we're coming out from the group. Qualify.
We don't do that.
No, we'll qualify from the group.
Yeah, it's true. I thought you said group stage.
No.
We are moving from group stage.
Well, we need more money in our economy.
We are moving from group stage.
We need more money for our economy in the sense that, you see, the World Cup is investment. A very serious investment in the sense that, look, like sports minister come and say every player will get $100,000 as if the money is coming from his pocket. His FIFA is giving each player appearance fee $100,000. Now, no small money. And then the interesting aspect is that every player in the team, the teams you play for, receives an amount of money, no less than $250,000, $300,000. So, like Hazelwook are going to benefit. They call it training fee. They're going to benefit almost between $250,000, $300,000 US for releasing Benjamin Asare.
Yeah.
That is why I always say that if you look at 2006, we have various clubs players in the team locally. So some teams, Ken Fraser, Hasbrook, Kotoko, other teams benefited because they have they give players to the national team. And that is where it makes it an interesting. Now we have only one look, so all those money will go to the clubs those teams played for. And now every goal gives you gold. Every goal you score gives you gold. When you transit from the group stage, there's money waiting for you. When you get to another stage, there's money waiting for you. And the prize money this time around is good. Very, very good and lucrative. Now looking forward to see Blaster progress. Our best World Cup is 2010 where we got to the quarterfinal, but I think we can go. If Morocco has been able to do to semi-final, we should be able to go. But if you don't take that, we'll get 4 European countries in the semi-final. 4 European countries. 4 of them get into the semi-final. That is where it is. It is what it is. So that brings us to a closure of the newspapers, right?
Yeah.
A closure on the newspaper. So if you want to know the battle for the Black Stars, number 1, we have Benjamin Asare there. We have the man Lawrence Atizigi, St. Gallen's goalkeeper. I mean, against Wales, he did some brilliant save. Check it out. And I was thinking that the goal that was scored, so Asare could have done better that occasion.
Yeah.
He could have done better, but that's football for you. We'll see how they'll perform against Honduras and then the Jamaica in their final friendly game. And I pray that party will come out. When you stop to say a prayer, say one for the Black Stars. We have a song. We have to start playing those songs again when the Black Stars are coming. 3 more days from now
to the
opening ceremony in Mexico, where we see Mexico against South Africa in the first game.
They have to score South Africa.
No, don't do that. It hasn't got into that.
They have to score.
Let me go to South Africa. There's some portions of some countries.
Yes, we don't. Aura for aura this time.
So that's a wrap on the newspaper headlines across the country. Grab a copy, get details of all the stories. We'll be going to the phone lines and we'll be speaking to our people one after the other. And then Oting Amwako will join us as to why every city counts. Every city counts. So PCR, if you're ready, put them in. Let's keep going. Every city counts. And then their birthday is like, yes, say. When it keep coming, it will come like that. But it's good. It's good that people are getting excited and keep watching us. And that's for me. Hello, good morning. Hello. Hello, good morning. I think we're not getting the line. But once we get the lines clear, we go. But let's check on some of the stories on the various portals and see what is on other portals whilst we wait for our team to bring us up to speed as to who comes on the line. But you can also join us on 0543-6785. 053-715-8638 is the numbers. Parliamentary probe points to lack of permits in Aveno building collapse. Sad one, isn't it?
We spoke about it when we started the conversation on the building collapse. We spoke about it. The point is that lack of permits. Who is supposed to issue the permit?
That is it.
Is the person sleeping on the job?
Parliamentary probe points to lack of permits in Aveno building collapse. And hear this one. Aveno collapse building had weak concrete, no engineering oversight. Ghana, this is nothing. This is sad. And we've drummed this time and time again.
No, the question is, whose job is it?
Whose job?
Who is responsible for that?
Whose job is this? Who is responsible for that? And we know that when you go to the assembly, before permits are given from the Lands Commission, you have the planning side, you all have a works department. Who goes to check on all this? Well, we go for a break. When we return, we'll bring you more conversation. Please don't go away. All right, so welcome back from that quick break. We're going straight to the phone lines. We want to have some conversations in the studio. Don't forget, every city count, we're doing that conversation with Foster Oting Amwako, the man called Foster Oting Amwako, who brings us up to speed when it comes to imparting life. I mean, we're doing this series, and then you can support the series. We're teaching ourselves how to be financially prudent. This can be a need, sir. And also, don't forget to support us in our 30th anniversary. That's why I put it here. It will be arranged 30 years anniversary. God has opened up boy with machine like the borehole for missions. And the man listening to us, I know that you have a Luchi to help us to get some machine for boreholes. The one in the blue shirts. His office is across the traffic lights. Yeah. I mean, that banker, you can also, with the Kasem missions, the machine, the two boreholes. I'm getting a bit too. a bit too brutal. When the one line. Hello, good morning. 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 Hello. Well, I think I'm not getting the person online. Well, as and when we get the person, we'll go back to the lines and talk about it. Government to pursue compensation for Ghanaians affected by South African attacks at Blakwa. Record $7.8 billion in remittances showed value of Ghanaians abroad at Blakwa. Hello, good morning. Well, we're having difficulties at getting the person to speak on the line with us. Our parliamentary probes points to lack of permit. An engineer investigating the collapse of the 3-story building at Aveno in the North Carnation says the structure appears to have been constructed without a building permit from the Accra Metropolitan Assembly.
You see?
How?
So,
How?
if I tell you someone is definitely sleeping on the job.
No, how?
Now, a life is gone.
No, how?
2-3 people are injured.
Hello.
These are shops. Yesterday I saw that there was a box with money believed to be for one of the shops in there. Now, whatever items they were selling in those shops, they've lost it. Someone's business is gone. The most important is a life. And so it tells you how one person's negligence can be a chain of problem to the point of claiming a life.
No, it doesn't happen. Hello, good morning, Daniel. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Daniel, how are you?
I'm doing well by grace.
Right, Daniel, we know you find yourself in Amasaman. What more can you tell us about the situation as the rain is pouring down this morning? What is happening in Amasaman?
Please, can you come again? The line is not clear.
Daniel, can you hear me? Good morning.
Yes, I can hear you now.
I just asked you, you find yourself in Amasaman. Can you bring us up to speed what is happening there as the rains have set in again this morning?
Oh, okay. All right. This morning, let me send my greetings to one of the people in this Amasaman constituency. One goes to first my MC, Honorable John Desmond Naiswa, and then my MP, Honorable Seven Apino, and then Kai Amasaman Media Kotobu branch executives. Morning to all of them this morning. Yes, my brother, quickly, if you can allow me to go back to our Ghanaian language so that the people of Amasaman and then media area will hear what I'm saying.
You can do the English. When you finish, you do a summary.
All right, sir. Thank you. I'm playing with the mercy. Let me say, it's a simple thing. About Amasaman, this year, you should look situation at the same. In fact, Subua Medical, the first person I made over here, a year Maripoma, the contractor. I think the government is so good to explain, say, Opa, you know, one community will happen to me. And I say, who contractor or the mouth. But government is said to have so because on Thursday or my let's say, say that they are okay. As I'm speaking with you, Opa Amasaman is here, and I'm here. You show up that if you ever produce never down. And yet you show it to a very, very big volume of water energy so whatever. Now, as I'm speaking with you, my report say, oh, yeah, drainage. Oh, media, the part of movement drainage here, why? If you just 3 days ago, the system usually started, as I'm speaking with you, I'm not on that. And moreover, every say, yeah, public media, sorry, I hear no more prayer, normally I can't try to say, what the degree is here, very bad. Very bad, you should have proud. I'm approving it. I'm not for that area council, baby, on my eye, my dream. A big show, no, the woman is a quarter of a month, should have anybody. So I will sit down, say, better say every year. Nípa tí ẹni bá kọ́tọ́ tẹ̀lé sí fúnfún, ọkọ̀tọ́ fìdí fúnfún, ọkọ̀tọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ fúnfún àná. Maripoma, be born because the government have renewed your contract. I don't share of the other with now. The good people of Amasama, I get demonstration several times. From September to short the China war. You see, over Padi, I say, almost year, a year with them. Any road minister at the movie, FTV, FC, at the movie, all chance to say, as I'm speaking with you and last year. It says, show the village, the same thing, Maripoma, you shouldn't fool because you're not I'm not blaming the government as I'm speaking with you. I'm blaming the engineer, the contractor. Contractor, no, I'm blaming the contractor because you see how much is that. Drainage is almost from where to all connected drainage. I don't know why you do that. You show that now there's a drainage and why I must have to. And we have to say, I'm not a machine now. I think I'm not a grand family. No one starts showing people who are the cooler repairing. No one starts showing the cooler repairing. All this starts showing you, they show them that to the apple area. That's all. Addition to that, there's a filling station. I share filling station. Oh, baby, I throw down. While your filling station is your, all your filling station is the train next. All your drainage wall. Then they pay out, you show, I bishop, the problem of what I am on here. A better for Saturday, 1 year. And I was filling station is here. And I show you what I made is not baby. And I show you some for PM in Yamina. Me who can say, you show Muna. Oh, I'm not someone here. I mean, because they show you Muna. Media neighbor in Epity, and Muna, there's a lady and Kusu. Oh, dear, no, the money about Kusu. Teachers were crying, parents are crying. Odia and the Mayama. So the engineer, what is his duty and responsibility about this issue? Net saying, so I'm pleading with that engineer, I'm pleading with the road minister. I said, what are you not here? With the show president. President is doing well, the government is doing well. Because the government is now there, also renew contract now. So if the government is doing well, I have renewed your contract for you. Say a contract to Nigeria. And this is the thing that is not really making sure that you know the people their need for them. Because you don't see the young man. I want someone 40 days back, maybe 40 days back, protocol 40 days back. In fact, people can say, I wish the mobile phone camera, no much never. That's a moment and a moment that I can't go. The amount of Japan, one letter everyone that can point on because road deny bad, you don't telling me who try a better back of all shop after the me maybe what is this? Why?
Now, my memory saw Daniel Naughty. My memory saw say apart from Maripoma or the Subona Ebono, to me phone so a walk on so. O ma said here, I was a 1 way and measure say in Shota and Fenipa in Shota. Gatters ninchokeno in Shota woman fa in rank Gugaten. Omo this said ye no so announce omo ye otherwise and also a contributing factor to where we are today.
The only said apart from Maripoma, I think that there are companies media media a media keep companies are so one body war. Friend is a Rush company or more. There are other companies or more. Now, Mr. Almost all more back with them. If you say, but I can see a dog, now there's one more yet. No sure on West what I know you should not get the border, but I got a minute to keep. Get a net to keep. And yet, and I'm sure you got. Now, surely, but I got a deep, but never go up and go room. And go for them.
Na assembly no den ewo.
To be honest with you, people can say the assembly is doing what the FCE on now is only doing.
No, so the reason why me be so question is that must we wait till the rain sets in before we see our MCE, we see our works department, we see other department of the assembly working, whereas we could have thrown caution to the wind before we get to where we are today. So one more thing now, MSR companies now one say one got as a devil and a choky. When they are saying also say all these things are cleared daily, not because we need to wait for the rain, but it's done daily before we've gotten to where we are. I don't know much more.
Let me just see. To assembly duty, automation, formally, our previous government in Washington, no sanitation department, so they never employ people on the go around. After say these sanitation issues, no, is it working? But now, as I speak with you, actually, like, what they employ people, over 200 people, outdoor marshals sanitation, say, and they are doing their own young medium. To me, that was all your medium, but the problem is that in Rai and Namayasama, okay, and they're not sure after the baby, and they haven't said something. And the one is after the movie, all shame ran up who made Mama to the show to Friday, and people say, I'm or you pay and your grabber. It's a little name who saw, say, a baby, I'm speaking with you now. I want someone, all this amazing thing. I'm not making sure someone can pay now. They want your own summer body, your own summer. It's a summer saying, I get to city. I have not everybody showing their farmer and the better for that. And after that, I'm just I don't think that there is surely the back there came up a better for what in my empire. But I said that I'm used to in case I'm surely back. Now, the entry panel. Now, now, talking. And to what another surely the power. Now, I'm not going there. And moreover, God can want them and say, my report, the contract, and only this is the matter of training. But those only Popasia, which are Popasi, only that we can see about. It is other people with you now. Popasi, road, you should try. You should be a new I because that I'm used to doing a year, a friend is exactly a manico. But also, my dear media, and this are, at all. I do ready. The Muslim bank, the Bella, come here, now in the morning, now I tell you, no one share, now the guy, now one will wear it. And I wish that, I said, I need game, you come face here, you go MC, no friend MC, I said, I'll be sad, you know, so be sad, no one will wear their money. Because, also, lawyer paying, lawyer president, or Amazon, it is on the very good of everything. But FC, the SOEDR, I mean, because the SOEDR, or yet. Or better home meeting, or any educative or job, yes, or we are. But the friend is a contract and still many contract and as America. If it's a good and yet, I found more young slow. It's a man one I say.
All right, Danny and Naughty Yadasi for bringing us up to speed with the happenings at war a year. Amasamai Yadasi Pa Yamenkao. Right, so we'll be talking to a man on the ground, Amasama Daniel Naughty. Very soon, NGB Benyan in studios, nearly Nedin Komotimos our fire up against Maripold in there. And the question you ask yourself is whose responsibility it is to foresee say Yama contract, drainage, and saying there was a corner. Are we, even if we sublet it, who is monitoring the person that has been given that aspect to work on? And are they doing the right thing? Who inspects or who watch the watchman?
That's the thing.
Because Osha may tie in with Aveno. Say Obi Akosi dine, only permits if he assembly. Osi den si dine, Amadano, with Jimusika, Amadane Bubu Ekunipa.
Assembly.
Nature say Obi at the assembly hall, and I shall look to Jessica, and one man of say, yeah, you better trust stop work on my yet. And Yatana Wayeshe high.
That's the meaning of the whole thing.
Oh God.
Somebody's negligence has cost
Somebody's life.
another person's life.
Omo we prano. Ono waje ni sika o. Omo de arrange omo onfa ni sika mo.
Some people's businesses.
As I says your current here, you have to ask assassin no you register in year. I think we have to start asking those questions because it's very important. When we heading towards as a people,
No.
we also have to help to build this nation with discipline. We have to help say we will move from this rhetoric way of doing things to being intentional.
The talking has become
Too much. Some else has to roll. Only a paper. And obviously, man, contract or gata ketwani
The point is, for how long has this building even been
been there? For all you know, it's been there for ages. Omo about this kind of thing, GD, and obviously GD, or will be a ground rent man every year. Or will be a ground rent.
very unfortunate.
It's very unfortunate. Say our next conversation will be with Foster. Then right after Foster, Nana Hima will join us here in studio. And he be son of Osheni boot by 72 hours now. I start. Nana Hima start, but on here to drink come. I say no the boot the bad now we in if you ever sure. But whilst waiting to get Foster to join us, let me ask you this. It's sad listening to Daniel. Ushi born a good baby. I said I could she go cook on so. Then she ne piano she garden. Now blocking garden. Companies ever home. Omu ejuma wo ho. What other na Ghana nkwa ye wo companies are a age more vicinities are they don't brighten those places. Mintias.
My thing is that let's get vigilantes.
No, Mintias.
If we get vigilantes in areas.
No, I don't.
Where,
like Mintias.
Let's say your company is here and people, or even not the companies per se, but anybody they see you flaunting any rule, like you are dumping refuse anywhere, they pick you up. There's a place they take you to. You work for like 1 month without salary. You leave your family. If you're a student, you leave your school. Like, there should be something like that so that at the end of the day, we will save ourselves from always trying to educate people and give people reasons why these things are not good.
We have refused it.
It's here for vigilante for no. The last time we took the military people to Zongo Junction, did you see any traffic? Did you see people crossing the road not using the footbridge? Did you see it? The moment the military people left.
Is that my Ghana?
The moment the military people left, they came back
No, is
to
that
crossing the road, not using the footbridge. People started selling on the footbridge. But if these people are there 24/7, continuous, like 6 months, boo. Other people, other activist group will come and say that we are infringing on people's rights. But look, somebody is dead. A breadwinner somewhere has lost his life just because somebody needs to supervise a job and decided not to do it.
not even supposed to give a permit?
Somebody has overlooked, has been negligent, at the end of the month has been paid. Someone somewhere has lost his life just because someone decided not to work. This is pure witchcraft.
Well, the conversation is getting interesting this morning. You can share your thoughts with us, 05371586. Now we go to the line, we talk to Foster Otting. Foster, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Foster Otting Amwako. How are you, sir?
I am blessed by the grace of God, and you?
Grace has found us here too. It's good to have you. It's good to have you talk to us this morning. And how is the rains in where you find yourself?
For the rains, it is seen everywhere, and we are hoping that Ghana leadership of the country will continue to ensure that we are planning the country in a way that these happenings will be things of the past. It has always been an annual ritual where every year, like we discussing on it, we will all discuss it passionately. And after the rains, it ends. Then the following year, we come back to be discussing same. We are hoping that we will be able to manage, leadership will manage this country at a point where these rituals will be things of the past.
Interesting. I mean, it has become an annual ritual that we have to live with. But that's a sad story. But I hope your area is not flooded.
By the grace, everything is full with me.
All right. Now let's go straight into our conversation this morning. We press for time. We have Nana Hima also sitting to join right after talking with you. And the topic for this morning: how can small? We're looking at the challenge of how do we make every city count? How do we make every city count? How do we make every city count? That is the topic for discussion this morning. So for our viewers out there, you can also join the conversation. You can join the conversation. You can send your questions. You can ask questions. And also, you can also make sure that you are the right question. We have just some few minutes to have this conversation. In today's economy, many people find that their income disappears long before the end of the month. Rising prices, unexpected expenses, and poor spending habits can make financial instability difficult to achieve. Budgeting is not just about cutting costs. It is about making intentional decisions with your money so that every city serves a purpose. Today, we are discussing practical ways to manage finances wisely and make every city count. Let me give you a background before I go to Mr. Oteng, who is an expert. A budget, last time he spoke to us, is a simple plan for how you will spend and save your money, whether you are a student, a worker, entrepreneur, a retiree. Budgeting helps you track where your money goes, avoid unnecessary debt, prepare for emergencies, achieve financial goals, and reduce financial stress. And many people struggle not because they earn too little, but because they spend without a clear plan. Financial discipline and smart budgeting can help improve financial well-being, and regardless of the income levels. And that is where Mr. Oteng Amoako has brought us. Now, this morning, we are looking at how do we understand, how do we make every city count, is a question we are asking. So, sir, if you could give us a piece of financial advice to young people about how do we make every city count, by understanding what does budgeting mean to you, and do most people fail to budget because they lack knowledge or discipline?
Thank you very much, my dear brother, once again for the opportunity this morning to speak to our viewers. Again, I want to say a good morning to all listeners who have always been following our discussions every Monday. This morning, like we said, how to make every city count.
Yeah.
What is the meaning of it? What is the spirit behind it? What is the core purpose of being discussion? What are the good reasoning behind what you wish it to actually achieve? In a very simple manner to explain it, making every city count simply means ensuring there is value for money in every city. Basically, it is about value for money. It goes with due diligence in the use of financial resources available to us. Our former president, Nana Akufo-Addo, once said, Sika MPDD. Everybody wants care, protection, and value. The same applies to money. Who says money is spirit, and it flies away if not taken good care of. That is why you see somebody rich today, tomorrow a person becomes poor, all because of this principle. We should not see money as just anything. If money comes your way and you take good care of the money stays. If money comes your way and you don't take good care of the money vanishes. That is why we have to make every city count. Making every city count means taking good care of the money that you have gotten. And whoever misses this principle in management of funds means that the money will not stay. The money will vanish. And this has been the problem of many people, how to actually manage the money that you have. So making every city count simply is a proper management, proper usage, proper investment, proper care, proper planning, proper budgeting, proper execution of every city that is at your disposal. So we have to actually take good care, and we have to actually ensure good usage of every money that comes in our way. Be it an individual, be it an organization, be it cardinal. This principle cuts across every aspect of financial management. Many people are failing because they are not making good management of the money that they receive. We must note that to ensure every city counts, there are three basic things that we must have it at the back of our mind. Three. The first one is planning, budgeting. That is proper budgeting. You know, before your budget is simply a plan with monetary figures attached to it. So you must actually budget well. And many people fail to budget. Whether we like it or not, we want to ensure that everything counts and counts well. We must have a good budget. As family, when you take your salaries, you must actually have a good budget. And that is one thing we don't do. We must budget appropriately, execute, having the right attitude and to ensure value for money. To also report with objective assessment of the outcome of it. These things, without it, making every city count becomes a challenge. What we want to say is that there are three things we need to do.
Okay.
The first thing to ensure that whatever resources are available to us, we must budget. And this budgeting, it is not every kind of budget that we need to do. We must do with the mind of zero-based budgeting in our mind. When we talk of zero-based budgeting, it means that you must justify the reason why every expenditure must be included. So even at the budgeting with the focus of every city must come. It is not any budget method that you can use. You must eliminate all the wastages and ensure that you justify every expenditure, every anticipated expenditure in the budget. That is why you say that even under this, you must go by the zero-based budgeting, whereby you justify and to let to know the financial returns, the benefits of every expenditure before it is included. We must let viewers understand that we are failing because we actually don't budget well. We are failing because we fail to plan, and failure to plan means you plan with the motive that the possibility of you not getting a good resource will be higher. If you have budgeted, maybe things would have gone better than you didn't budget. So some businesses are making some advantages, but if they have done proper budgeting, the end results would have been better than just to budget without having the right budget. That's why I say budget starts with good planning.
Good planning.
Budgeting.
Okay.
These things they are key that we must actually do when we want to actually make every city count. There are processes that you go through to ensure that every city is counting. And the first process is to actually have a very good budget.
Okay. So that's appraiser. So that's the number one thing you should look out for.
Investment, we say we are doing investment appraiser.
Okay.
In the budgeting scenarios, you look at all the options available to you. You don't just get up and go for loan. What is the interest rate? What are the terms? What are the conditions of it? You go through all. If you are saving with 4 banks, find out the policies that all the banks are having. Ask yourself, which of them will give you value for money? Recently, I was advising some businesses on the loans that they want to pay, and I was advising them that there are ways that they can get some loans that will attach lower interest. And I was citing Mastercard Foundation, their loan policies with 7% interest rate per annum. This is what we actually, so if you're doing business and such a person is able to secure these Mastercard Foundation loans with 7% interest per annum, whilst others are also going to other facilities and taking loan at 15 and 18% interest per annum. You see, if you talk about letting the money come, this is where the real situation lies. We need to plan all these things. If you have excess money and want to invest, look at the outcome of very low. Consider other investment and see the returns on the investment of the various investment portfolios available, and then you choose the one that will give you the best outcome. Be based on what your preference is, whether you are risk averse or you are risk taker or what. Based on that, you go in for the right discussion to make. You see, we must also know that to ensure that every city counts, we must keep proper records.
Proper records.
Keep records for every spending that you make. Ask yourself after 1 week if that expenditure was still prudent. So the thing is, the expenditure you are making today, the expenses, after 1 week, go back, take those expenses and ask yourself, was it prudent I made these expenses in last week or last 2 weeks? And sometimes, even if you want to make certain expenses, wait and put it there and ask yourself after 24 hours, is this still prudent that these expenses are making? These are basic things that we actually have to have it at the back of our mind.
Okay.
Proper management of every city at your disposal. What we want to say is that every CD at your disposal, ensure proper management of it. Like I said, you have to do investment appraisal for every CD. Find alternative and spend wisely. There are alternatives for every decision that you want to make. There are alternatives. If you want to make investment, there are a lot of portfolios, there are a lot of alternatives. You have to consider them and choose the one that will make every city count with giving you the right earning that you expect to get.
Okay.
You have to also ensure a good debt management.
Okay.
Use borrowed loans for viable venture that gives positive returns on investment. You don't just get out to borrow. Borrow wisely. Ensure that the borrowing will go into an investment that will give you a return expected to be higher than the borrowed amount. This is an indicator that you are ensuring that there are count the CD, every CD that you are using count, and then ensure maximum savings and interest. Look for investment with good returns to invest in. Again, ensure diversification to ensure good portfolios management. Sometimes you don't put all your investments in one basket. That is why when we talk about investment portfolios, what normally they use is doing business in the sales of ice cream, and then doing business in the sales of raincoats. So if the weather is cool, like they are having it now, you will buy more raincoat. If the weather is hot, like we have it in somewhere January, you see that people will buy more ice cream to get their body cool. So what basically making every city counts mean is simple. Take a good decision, make good investment, ensure that you don't joke with the money given to you. Like I said, money is spirit. Whether we like it or not, money is spirit.
Money is spirit.
If you manage it well,
it will stay with us.
If you don't manage it well, it vanishes from you. Manage every CD well. Make every CD count. Make good use of every CD. And give good account of every CD that you manage. Thank you very much.
Quite interesting. I mean, you've made it snappy and very fast with us. But just before you give us a summary, if you could give one piece of financial advice to young people about managing money, what would it be?
Thank you very much. Whenever you speak, what people say that even the money doesn't reach it. The money you are getting is small. Somebody will take 3,000 Ghana cedis, and the person say even the money is small. And I know a security man that takes home 1,500 Ghana cedis. The person has a wife, 4 kids, yet he has been able to manage it and has put up a building and they are living in it. I tell you, even if you call Danso Abiam, Dr. Danso Abiam, he will tell you that he has a financial talent. I will just speak with everyone that if not anything, let the budgeting group take 50% of your money for need, 30% for wants, and then 20% for savings. No matter how small your money is, please save something today. Be disciplined financially.
Okay.
Because if you actually plan your things and you save some money today, tomorrow that amount compounding will be able to do something for you. That will make your future living better than you are experiencing currently. It takes sacrifice. So don't sacrifice today. Please don't ensure that. Don't think of enjoyment in future. It takes today's sacrifice for you to enjoy tomorrow.
It takes
whatever money you are getting. Let us have the mind that we have to be financially disciplined and start ensuring that we ensure every city is counting, and we should ensure that we plan our activities in such a way that we can make a savings for our future.
All right. Thank you so much. But I want you to give me 2-minute summary in Twi before you take leave of us.
Thank you very much. And come on, what Professor was saying, how to make every city count. Why are you first one? Because here, everything is a little more happen 10 years. Now, you said, former president, Nana Abraham Akufo-Addo, a little of Assistant and Baby. I can't say Sika is soon. Soon was Sika. The nigger diano, the open year, as all shady passing. A shady passing, your bony pound by is easy by your property. Now, soon as Sika also here, the cabin news about a shady your property. The cabin news and no one really young papa is standing up a grandpa. Interest is always soon. And this is a baby news of the if the one is a pop, and into a room so be a few years ago, or 7 days as you feel about very sitting in the ass. And then I say, Sikanoa, one should eat and then my Evasa. Near can say, you can be a baby news of his penny. Yet, that's all said. Oh, basically, and they will never be a son, and so we and never dance. This is Ghana baby news who can be. You need time as a son who is wants to say, I can be budgeting. As a son who transits, you know, we are a baby. You need to be for so many baby. Quando na música não vai, o ninguém via a tua música de Juventude. Cannot be Juventude, so go to Juventude. And yes, I would say, oh, crown or so. No. The wood is the candidate to the India, who goes to the buy, and you did the India. And then I'll be young for swag, as I said, Uya. It is a giving a journey also for ya. And as an action, you say, she can India, make me at their atom way, make me side their journey, Yanina, ever burning. Now, what people records, let people be standing the Comosama, the way you will need a car as my body standing again. I get so and why. It can't push here, who bring us on passport. You must one is come see ya, the Tata one combined. And the American American, he said, he can't soon. He can't exchange me. And the idea who so around the sea, the fuels are. The answer is the so around the sea, the fuels are. Who know his canwa, never attack, no, his canwa, the devil, the sunny day, never basa. Oh, yes, sir, one of the year Mexicano. And Intina, yes, Sica, a soon. You cannot do some. That's also the or China, so around for. Tutu ami wo de ma buru ni se bia ye ka se misika no pressure enso me why na misika so e du Ghana ebi yo doka be na so abia obi ani so wo sika fra no ono so tika no we tira ka to se enso wo enti ka ka wo nya no to wo so yi a e ka dzawo ni wa so ma dia this na picture what you see no 1,005 15 years and they can get so we e wo ma na we think say ma o show school or say about the woman they no can say we see here or the ma e dey hear you and this kind there no person say this they no say we show here we bet ya o shi she
And then she no go sika wura no 20% there. For investment analysis in. Na that be the one thing we there. And sika to on there. We take right decision there. And we are over. You watch na ababo no there medamo. Nimu se one year is now the never so say dia ndini na. Ka who say na chire na we no. O ma ne ba be ko school, o ma be ko university. I never say you we are not na uniba. Uni yere bo nsusu sika. Then yes, over the guy, who be na over Shempara, or university, and school service, over Cassin. Instead, yes, I see now, Ochina, and Nemo, I am Eddie Amaye, Mesdames.
Yes, yeah, that's Mr. Foster Otin Amwako. Yeah, that's a pass. Only at Train Como. Budgeting is not about restricting your life. It's about taking control of your finance and making informed choices. When every city has a purpose, financial goals become more achievable. Remember, it is not always about how much you earn, it's about how well you manage what you have. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Foster Otiamako, for the discussion. We are so grateful to have you. Have a good morning and enjoy your week. So we're talking to Foster. We're turning our attention. Our next in conversation is to talk to, coming up shortly, we'll be engaging the Deputy NADMO coordinator on a very pressing issue affecting residents in Tema West. The recent flooding situation has left homes submerged, displaced families, and disrupted livelihoods. As we speak, several communities in the municipality are battling the impact of heavy rains, with reports pointing to blocked drains, illegal structures on waterways, overwhelmed drainage systems. This conversation is important because it is not about water on the street. It's about safety, it's about property, it's about public health, and how prepared our systems are in the face of challenging weather. We'll also be asking the key questions about what caused the current situation, what immediate relief measures are underway, and most importantly, what long-term solutions are being implemented to prevent reoccurrence. And will be joining me right after we turn around and come back in a minute to have that conversation. Please stay with us.
But this guy, oh, they let me say, go.
All right, so welcome back from the quick break. Like I said, flooding in Tema West is not new, but recent rains have exposed some persistent challenges. Report from NADMO and the Municipal Assembly indicates that many drains are choked with refuse and slates. Some communities have been built on natural waterways and wetlands. Low-lying areas such as Sakumono, Klagon, Lashibi, parts of Community 5, and 16 and 22 have been heavily affected. Encroachment on Ramsar site and poor enforcement of building regulations continue to worsen the situation. Authorities have also linked the flooding to intense rainfall within a short period, poor sanitation practices, and also unplanned urban development. Relief items are being distributed in some part of the areas. Now, I have in the studio Nana Hima. Nana Hima happens to be the deputy. Well, you could see her in her.
I've given you my credentials, so look.
I know. I'll address you very well. The big woman herself sitting with us this morning. That is Loretta Nanahima Inshira Frimpong, Technical Director of NADMO and Deputy Director of NADMO Tema West Municipal Assembly, joining us to have this short conversation, 10-15 minutes, to really, I know she's pressed with time, so we'll not delay her. Nana, good morning.
Good morning.
At least we've been talking with you via phones when the rain started,
yes,
and then went in the last 42 hours plus, that's about the 96 hours ago. We've been talking about this. Now, what is the current assessment of the flooding situation in Tema West?
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
A very blessed good morning to you and your team, and also the viewers at home who makes our day every morning by tuning into Maranatha Mega Broadcast Network, yes, and always watching us. We've been talking extensively on phone, but as you can see, the situation is not pleasant at all. Looking at the flooding situation in Tema West, especially Klagon, Underbridge, Community 5, Third Village area, Community 3. All these places have been hugely affected to the extent that residents have to be rescued in boats from their rooms. So you can see the seriousness of the situation. As we speak now, some bodies have been retrieved, but we are still yet to identify them by the public. It's not been easy at all. It's not been easy at all. If you can see, these are people who have been rendered homeless, taking their life out of the flood just to go and have a place to abode themselves or live themselves. So it hasn't been easy. There's too much stress on the field now, as some of us, we are limited in some ways out of resources to even combat the flooding. But through the municipal chief executive, Honorable Ludwig Tay Totime, we've been able to alleviate the situation to some extent. If I take ourselves at NADMO, we've gone through all these places, we've done rescue. We've rescued flood victims to safe havens. And I want to appeal. I want to use your platform to appeal to people. If you are in an area and you are lucky and your house is not flooded, but people's homes have been flooded to the extent that they cannot get any place to sleep, please, just for humanitarian sake, just offer these devastated flood victims a place of abode. It can be even in your garage, on your compound, anywhere that they can pass the night and feel comfortable. Because as a nation, we are one people. The fact that your house has not flooded doesn't mean you cannot extend a helping hand. Though we fall on churches and other organizations, but we're also appealing to the general public that when you see people devastated through flooding, be a helping hand to them. Just stretch out helping hand to them and then save them out. There have been instances where people have refused people to come in their homes, and the flood has taken some people and their properties away. It's not the best.
It's not the best, but which communities are the most affected at the moment?
Okay, so community 19. Community 19 from Abattoir, Boteban on the motor, the other side of the motorway coming through Abattoir to community 19, and then the underbridge. You know, when you are going to Klagon, right at the 19 junction, that is where the bridge is. It's a newly constructed bridge that is still under construction. It is not been completed yet. So the amount of sand that has been choked under the bridge has also caused massive flooding. Because under normal circumstances, when it rains from Ebri Mountains through Adenta and Medina, Tema West will be the recipient. All the water passes through Tema West Municipal before it goes into the sea. But this time around, because of the amount of sand that has been choked under the tunnel, it's been difficult for the water to flow freely, thereby causing flooding, because the water is not moving as it's supposed to move. Then also, besides, people have also encroached heavily around the
But that was the question I was asking.
Exactly.
You, that to what extent is the flooding caused by natural rainfall versus human activities? The human activities
I think on a scale of 100, I think at least 85% of our situation is human activity, because from the bridge, from the Klagon bridge, if you go straight or you pass through 19 Jansen upwards, you see there's a recreational center there by name DCR. And according to residents, when the place was not built, there was no flooding. But because the man has come to, you know how they do their filling. They just want their buildings to be on top of the fittings when they are doing it. So they raise it very high. So after the man has done his recreational center, that is when the problem started coming. Always it flood. He has filled most of the lagoon there, so that the water will not come and disturb him. Not thinking about other residents or other commuters who are also there.
So more or less, the big role has been illegal construction.
Illegal construction,
on
yes.
Waterways.
Yes, illegal activities. That is really causing
this chaos.
Exactly.
So what are we going to do to that recreational center?
Okay, so now it's gone beyond NADMO, now the Municipal Assembly, because they give out permits for
so
this.
When they were giving the permit, I don't want to use this word.
So that's why I'm saying that it has gone beyond. We have done our rescue. We have written our suggestions.
Let me hold my tongue. But I wanted to ask, who gave that permit?
Sometimes, let's correct this erroneous impression. Sometimes, some of these, let me give you a typical lesson. When we're doing the demolition at the Ramsar site, most of the houses that we demolish, they don't have permits. So far as it's a chief, a traditional ruler, who has sold the land, who has demarcated the land to them, they feel that they are okay.
No,
some people have never even come to the municipal assembly.
No, the point is that even if a chief gives you a land, go to the lands commission.
Exactly.
Check if it's a place that is really demarcated.
And apart from the lands,
go to the assembly.
Go to the assembly
to
because
check.
We have the layout.
That is to check the plan, whether that place is part of the planning.
So all
just like what happened at Aveno, building is collapsed, and the building that was collapsed doesn't have a permit according to the assembly.
So now you are not surprised that most of these buildings don't have permits. It's not like they've come to the assembly and somebody has.
So why are the chiefs? So the chiefs are killing us. Let's say it to them. They are killing us.
Only they have
the. Why are you selling and you are killing people and you don't care?
Even you go ahead and sell a land inside the Ramsar.
How?
I mean, it's unbelievable. It doesn't make sense. Let's put it in plain words as it is. It doesn't make sense. There's no time for us to pamper people and
now apart from the chief also now let's come to the public. How important is public behavior, especially sanitation and waste disposal? Is this solving? How are we solving this problem?
No, they are rather adding on to the problem. There's a video that I can give it to you. When two women, they saw that it's raining and they are a heap of rubbish. They went and dumped it inside the gutter in front of their house. You see, the gutter in front of their house. So human behavior has really worsened the situation, if I want to be frank with you. So it's not like people are being responsible, but the authorities are not doing what they are supposed to do. Let me use Tema West Nadmo for example. Before the rain sets in, we've given out letters, we've sent out warnings, education, sensitization.
So it means that residents are not listening.
Not at all. Not that they are not listening. They are rather causing the havoc. If someone can just bring a rubbish from his or her home and just come and dump inside the gutter in front of their house, so it means that they are rather causing these feelings are done by residents. These feelings that they are doing, this illegal encroachment, they are done by the residents. So their behavior is rather causing all this havoc, and I think it's about time that punitive actions are taken against them. It's not easy how some people, go about disposing of rubbish and doing all sort of illegal things, and it's causing serious flooding. Now you ask me about the communities that have been affected hugely. So Tema West community, our most affected areas are Boteman, Botowe, Underbridge, Klagon, Lasibi, Community 19, then Community 5, Community 3, and Sakumono. If you go to Sakumono right now, it's an eyesore. If you see, I've given you some videos around Sakumono.
Those are the areas.
Yes, around Sakumono. Yes.
So we have the lowland area, the low-lying areas such as Sakumono, Klagon, Lashibi, parts of Community 5,
Community
16, 22,
yes, Community 19, Abattoir area, Motorway, Boteman. Yes, it's very serious. It's very serious.
Encroachment on Ramsar site, poor enforcement building regulations continue to worsen the city. I didn't yenche ahemfo one more ton I didn't yenche.
That is only for you see, I don't think say on hinimpo. As I said, ultimate ton sa asasano. When you look at these videos, Obi anywhere will fit in preoccupy no be see fear or this water. Obi na aton. So Sani Panona, I think says
05371588638. Aye numbers are your Nadmo technical boss, the boss back up Hima Loretta Nanahima in Shira Frempong. On a technical director Emma Nadmo, and our deputy director Emma Nadmo, Tema West Municipal Assembly. Na Oceania Ecos Waterma West, Moboya from na Oceania Padasani, in Shafana or float to our decompose.
Yeah. A big crowd associate bridge and I say in
bridge. A sense in Tamash, because it should remember, and then should soon die to.
And only a reho semono.
And then last year, we send the pre says, I
Mr. Samuel, my bonfire said, man, soon to at least 1 week, but.
It's not
and rampo. Yes, sorry, in Swata, my dear
0537158638. And numbers are also be to me at the Wagencha Afaso. You didn't come on, baby. I could hear sick as some Usukra Uja him. I could hear sick as some swabba. And also bet me the Wagencha Abba. Na Yane Nana Hema. In Shira, Nadmo, technical director, Madame Rebecca director, and then I mentioned Shira Frempong. Any everything come away hanging out with her. We're looking at a situation in the Tema West. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
But you would need a baby of free.
This Honorable Joe.
Hey, Honorable Joe. Honorable Joe, 60 seconds. How Kawula?
I love you.
This so.
My regards to that.
I will tell her.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I think I want to read mosquito and a genuine man come on. Then congratulations to the rest of all. And go on your appointment. The rest of all as the vice president of Parliament.
Yeah.
Who used to have if you look at the flash Russia, it's quite alarming. I just want to say that it feels that people don't do the right thing. They are fighting the law. So this time I want to appeal to the authorities to allow the law to act. They should deal with those, all those who have been tampering with it to block the passage in the gutter or the drain and the bridges. And sometimes to our engineers. I don't know how they plan and both these things and we're addressing this. So, but I tried to do the plan. And any house that boat or water will not be cleared. Nobody is above the law. Before you buy your land, you have to assess it and reassess it very well. Before you purchase, don't just go and buy and start going to go. So Accra moves to the plan. Now let's develop the authorities. Yes. And say Ghana, Government Excellency, former Vice President, has received report from Cocoa findings. You see, something I want to do with some of these things is laughable. But yeah, Excellency, you were there for 8 years. What do you do for Cocoa panel? There's a saying that if the project in Tanzania is here in Tanzania, no matter how Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia repackage this himself, it's still Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. There's nothing you can use to complete Ghanaian. So for me, the way I can liken Bawumia is that it's like taking pork in a Muslim-dominated area to sell. Nobody will buy it. So FDP has made a mistake by electing His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as their captain. Bawumia can never win elections in 2028. The let me come to our democracy. And Ghana's democracy is in danger. I don't think it's true. It is not. The democracy was in danger when His Excellency Mugabe was in power. We saw what happened. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama had come to protect our democracy. His Excellency Nana was in power when Sweden invaded Congress. It has never happened in this country. And the word of His Excellency Nana, soldiers invaded Congress. They armed the troops and everybody for it. It was a threat to our democracy. Our democracy was under siege or attack when 8 members or 8 Ghanaians were shot in the team attack just for somebody to win power. Nobody said the democracy was in danger.
All right.
Lastly, hello?
Lastly,
yes. Our democracy was in danger when the election announced or declared the 2020 election. This is a threat to Ghana's democracy. But what Mahama does now is best for democracy. Mahama is not limiting press freedom. Mahama is telling everybody to end of views for your opinion. But you must understand that there are no people in the country. If you are expressing your freedom, you must make sure that you don't create fear and panic in the country. Thank you so much. And may God bless you.
Right, thank you so much to my brother from the northern part of the country, Honorable Joe. 053-715-8638. Hanging out with the technical director of NADMO and also deputy director Tema West Municipal Assembly.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Fine morning.
Ebi. Ebi yanko.
Mami nchia manope.
Eji also ebi.
Ngoni ebi ma nchia wu ebi ma efo ni osof. Na nchia wu ma na ote o. Em se na go connect ayi deputy one.
Deputy director.
Okay. Mami nchia me wa ma aso. Yes. Ebi do ma be ni do na mali ma. Ona bu di na ku di ona bu sama bi bi nchia ni ame ona bu tutu. Ni DC and you're honorable media, Chamu Kutia. You know, Mamako myself. In Sweden, Susamia, a camp myself, a young man, the car, I'm a coma prior. Yam Rano, Yam Kakra, Yaman in Yutuma. I'm not Yutuma, a bread. You will be a said yes, that's all ye. All of the office, one more people near Jamie, handful, only do not say. It is a office near myself. Say, maybe show for some incident. That's what he people that assassinate will be so incident also. Nay, nearly fine so. Who are right says so good and office at home. In so many nice uncle house. But only to me alone that in office. You don't know for the show you one on the but all of them the Tom see dino. All of us have problem there also. Eti ka friends say this should be beside the phone woman. It's so almost so me no kasa. It's also check it everybody that be that class I deal with everybody that be. It is one year old year and you I don't know that boa obi ti fie peduma na ye serious and so no. Abeduma ye fa share ye see abeti. It is say ya nyi be no. Be do ho ma wo share da ya wo sister bro say ya ehun nya efuwa ebuku kofi. Na ya say conscious omudu. Me na ni eteka. Ye to kwa kwa do che na wa ye fo na wa ye. O ma ma na nyi duma be da ya wa ye. Ti ma say ni si abai. Research ni we ni na ka mu bi. Na ye res ameko ayi ke bi ma mi ke bi amembo. Si ye say ke bi ma mi ke bi amembo na ye bi bia na say say wo kana me ni si abai na kasa na me bo so bo ye ni ye pe. Ana ope okasa o ma fe ni na do apes wo ni pra na we di wa no akasa. Ana ni o ma oyi no. But I this ya say about power. Fen obi a ye ni ope. Wo ya no wa fa o mu adi. Wo ko ka obi ase ni so o mu na no ba be bia ye demonstration say o di tia wa bere kwa na so da ho e wa sa se nti o be ka ni ba no ase na o bo ka kokko no ba be yi anu a. Then as excess aban no where ye bole was ade no a wo aban ba ye wo be tintia ko fifa ho di so ni ade ye te ga na ha nyo ko so nkeyi ye ko to aba nipa hin ye bo nto 2020 nipa nwotwe eni si aban ya papa wa ya ye hwe ha te wo ehwe ye ntwinchi obi a aya waso nipa mo aka se mu na mo ma no sa eyi atamo sa aban so ya me fa the prince ye yi eya friends e mo kokko MP mwana no ayi o for contract and obenye sika e wo ewo apeso o papa wa no be kira mo nyansa sa pa to me ne kura no ni ga ya ni o pe ana o bi nkofo no asa no e minister no ni nkofo kwa ya waso ko shutu nkofo George ya bo na so ya papa wa ye ntu na mo oba se ba papa wo ya almost shoot and kill ye kunku nkofo be to ne ya ma me Charlotte ya friends we James Emense Shall person declare by only MPP is out on was so yes, the demonstration when you saw was passing on coffee, and they are about power, Mammy, I have not to Yenny a pay, and you offend the and you say, you go for the end. And now there's such a moment here to Mana, yes, we are better to Abana, 2 minutes deal for all our no be running here to my dear this is power, no change down, no, sir.
Okay. Yate. AB Yate 053-715-8638. Let me go back to Nanahima. Quite interestingly. Hello, good morning. Hello, morning. I think I've lost that caller. But let me ask you, what is NADMO planned for the short term, the medium term?
Okay, so as an organization, we've done a lot of things in fighting flood. One of them is sensitization and education. We've done it over the years. We go to public places, we go to the markets, we go to schools, we go to taxi ranks and stations. we go and educate people, we sensitize them on the need for them to live a healthy life, sanitation, everything that they have to do to make sure that the environment is devoid of filth and then flood. We've gone through all these things. That is why when we do all these things and still people are not listening, then we go ahead and do demolition or recommend demolition. If you can remember, the Greater Accra Regional Minister, through the executive powers of the President, has done a lot of demolition in Tema West here, to the extent that people are even saying it's the government who is doing this to them after voting. But it's not like like a normal political arena where you say you do me, I do you. No, for the sake of human lives. And see, we are near bebre, so you're short term and long term. No, a bini demolition, a bini education, sensitization, we bini desilting. Before the proud to the race, we did a lot of desilting and dredging. You are dredging all the major gutters within Tema West. But see, no problem na ebano. In free Tema West, most of them in free Tema West. And so na to free Bree Mountains ebano. Ni nyina begu ahase. Enti se bedru hana se obi nso asombrache ni bi anasa asomden ni bi a wenti advice na ono so akwa fele asase bi akwa page ne dan wo soro na efo ni nyina eflade a ebasa ebeha nipa bebre. Enti as an organization no, we are challenged by a number of things, but we are still doing our best. Said dan BSC, I will stress on that. A dan bia any building along the waterway there yebebu building BSC so more blocking so Ramsar site lagoons. Go to Sakumono village and see what is going on. It's an eyesore. We'll make sure that all these things, you know, yebe correct no na nipa nkwa any asumdue about minimum obia ho aton, because yentime nya ade a ye ho betre nipa dodo. I mean, okay, say over 300 people have been displaced. Me can displace omuni baby da. And no community 5. Baby, sorry, I call say church village area where I call say di nipa koto ye. Ade tin enra so na eto na nsa na ma ade tin ye no. Eho nyina flood e kwan ma Ponte clinic down ho road to PV or be runabout to wonya wonan na wayi. Nti sorry dan na di nipa kogu mo no. Emfa so obi amaso. Say ye wo nua, ye wo maame, ye wo papa, e na e fa ade we mu a e be kan. Eto your friend is say sra na ato ne ntini. Inti mesrem moma yenye de ye yesrem krofo mo amwo mo de beboa nadmo ye hia ne ma bebre sisi ame no ka say enkwala from 0 to 10 ya rescue omo aduane omo bedie entare omo behye enru omo benom diapers emma anso se omo niema nyina omo hia entare omo behye sanitary parts ni nyina ye hia bi mo reach out to nadmo Bratema West Municipal Assembly also we nadmo oba also we technical director Nana Hima is Frimpong. And I'll be frame I want my phone so 0554 62 88 85 0554 62. It's as I said, Yeshena, ye dear etene. Momboye, ye hear cars, ye hear raincoats, ye hear reflectors. You hear torchlight, you hear near bebre, you hear life jackets.
All right.
I buy no one sentiment so. I sorry, Timemufo, and Cremofo, Imam for penny for a sika for more Ghana. Companies are more Chatham West Westia. Coca-Cola, any other Casapreco, other companies, more corporate social responsibilities in a venue. This is the time. I say you must have so. And so I say I'm obedi amoye mwedwumano emfasoa yesu yenya wo musu nipa enya wo musu yeto yensa free obi aso obi amra na mo meboa ye Mr. me dankrofobia ase.
Okay.
In fact,
answer no be dankrofona.
Okay.
I mean kind of few messages be.
Okay.
And I mean kind messages new real then
sure.
We can move on and then we wrap up
okay.
with my birthday likes be. This one is from Kwabenya. I'll say, good morning, I'm Eben from Kwabenya. The misinformation by the micro-minority leader to the public won't see the light of day in this era because we see the reality.
Hello.
You can't publish
yes.
false information without justifying it won't be free. No, it won't happen. And that resetting agenda period, and it says his greeting, This one is from Nee Kwame. It's a good morning, L. Just want to say that officially you are fashionista. Numero one. Oh, thank you. And right behind the hills of Kwesi Cheida Kwa KKD. Keep it up. Thank you so much, Nee Kwame. I'm following. This one is from Capito. Capito says can be better than MPP when MPP is in power. So come 2028, I'm pleading to all Ghanaians to give the MPP another chance. Simple and short. Regards to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Well, let me do this few birthday wish. And this one say, happy birthday, Dad. Cheers to another year of being the best dad in the world. Wishing you a day as amazing as you are. May there be pleasant surprises, loads of joy, and more happiness. Happy birthday, my love, from Na Dede to you with love. And this one say, happy birthday, my love. I pray God grant you all your heart's desire from your husband, Kofi